Oh, it's your favorite bird friend. It's India Swift.
Whoa.
Oh, it's your favorite bird friend. It's India Swift.
Whoa.
Hello and good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
How are you today, India?
I'm doing okay, thanks.
Glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it.
How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing better now.
Better?
I got a cold fan on my back and some water.
Oh,
Hydrating, keeping cool.
nice. Good job.
Good morning, Martina. How are you doing?
Gosh, sun. There's sun in my eyes.
Oh no.
Away with you, sun. Just gonna put a hat on. Perfect. Hey, how you guys doing? How you, Martina? How you, Rickbone? Shadow Ziggy? Shadow Ziggy?
Ziggy, shadow, Ziggy.
It's a fun name to say.
It is, actually, yeah.
Martina says, in a good mood, it has rained here. But it says, good morning, why does storyboarding use so much brain?
It does, doesn't it?
It really does. I don't know why, but it do. Because
So
you're
much
thinking
brain.
about so many different things at once. You're thinking about the motion, and the emotion, and the drawing, and all the technical stuff like the anatomy, along with the composition and the flow of stuff from scene to scene.
Too many
The
brains.
storytelling, you know. It's tough. Camera motions. A bunch of stuff. I have the place I'm working with boards at the minute is off today, so I can dig into some glim, which is going to be good.
Cool.
Yep. How are you doing? Because you were saying that you were doing glim yesterday.
I was doing glim yesterday. I'm doing okay. I'm gonna continue with my storyboard today, though.
Oh yeah, I'm just asking because I didn't get a chance to see what you were doing yesterday, and I'm really excited.
It was mostly flatting up to page 8. That was about it. Then I'm gonna do like a first pass through with flats with the flat colors later today.
Amazing. So I'm just lining my thumbnail up, and then I'm going to do the borders and make sure they're all right. And then we'll be in business.
Amazing.
Amazing. Why is it sometimes like that? Like sometimes I transform the shape and it just like pings to a weird place on the page. I'm not sure why. I like this music.
Yeah, me too.
So should I put this bottom panel in a box or not? That's my current thought.
The very bottom one.
Yeah. Or should I let it overflow up the page?
I think overflow the page. Hierophant Streams. Thank you. Thanks very much. They were saying that they wanted to drop in real quick because the streams looked really cool, but they can't continue to watch because it's a little late for them. Yeah, have a good day.
That's really nice of you, though. Thank you. Whoa.
Okay.
There we go. Alright, my page borders are set up. Now I'll just lock that off to make sure that I don't accidentally draw on it. Make this blue. Cool, I just wanted to sanity check that I definitely saved it as a new page. Cool, 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 cool. We're good to start drawing. Ah! I always draw pretty zoomed out because it makes it faster. First says normally peeking to a place is because it's snapping to half quarter, etc. I don't think that's it. I think it's a weird thing where it depends what tool I use to move it. I think some tools move the lines but not the underlying shape. It's very weird, like sometimes a page will look fine like this and then I'll go to export it as a PNG and all the panels will change place. And I'll have to go in and rasterize them before I can export it as a PNG because they just jump about. It's really odd. Yeah, it's Friday already. What are you guys up to? Maybe it is ghosts.
Ghosts?
Yeah.
Maybe.
You know, comic ghosts.
Phantasm.
Yeah. What's Friday got in store for you guys?
Yeah, what you all up to?
I've been invited to go on a walk on Sunday with my friend and I'd love to go, but I think I'm gonna have too much work on.
Where were you gonna walk?
I think along the beach. I would really love to do it, but I've sacrificed my weekends to the god of work. Now that I've got Glim and full time on at the same time. So it's really hard to find the time I would need to do it. Maybe I'll get one really good week someday when I'm completely ahead of work when I get to the weekend. I've like wrapped everything up by Thursday.
Maybe one day, yeah.
Oh, Tib, you're going back to work on Monday. That's amazing. Where are you at now? A single petal's going to try and finish a print today, then plan more zine stuff later. That sounds fun. That's a fun day. Hey, morning, Ula. How's it going?
How you doing, dude?
How's the mowing going?
Ula's doing the Anna Morning Challenge this week.
Oh, heck yeah. It's a fun one. It's the kind I'd love to hop on. Expressions are so hard. Like, every little line tweak you make has a huge impact on how it reads.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Like, the slight angle of a line can really, like, change what you read the expression as. Oh, Mike saw it yesterday evening. Isn't he the lucky one?
What?
I'm gonna maybe work today in the peg bar some, since I'm comicking all day.
What were you saying about my evening?
That you saw Ula's Anna Morning Challenge.
Oh, yeah.
You got the inside scoop. You got the secrets.
Well, he posted it into the peg bar. It just happened to be during the call.
Oh, I haven't seen it. I should check it out.
Yeah.
I should just do them all like mannequins too, where they just don't have a face. That would be the ideal comic. So who here has seen Wish Dragon already? Because I haven't, just as a heads up. But Mike and I were thinking of watching it.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. Fun fact, these string ties are a new detail that's been added to Midge's hoodie for this part of the book that I'll need to go through and put in the early part of the book. And the only reason that they've been added to her design is because I wanted her to be able to close her hood in one scene.
Does she not have...
I don't think I've drawn them in the first part of the book at all. I think her hoodie doesn't tighten.
Oh. I've always given her them. Yeah. Yeah, he didn't. Oh well.
I guess I'll just have to really like get my use out of them. Every book now she's going to be doing stuff with... What is... Oh, Mike's staring at me because he just realised I've got a witch hat on.
Yeah.
It's keeping the sun off my face.
Oh my gosh. It's your sun hat.
Oh, you watched True Grit? That is a very cool movie.
I think you've got it on backwards. Is that on purpose?
No.
I love it.
It still does a job though, so.
Yeah.
Aw, hey Psycho, good morning. Ula says Wish Dragon was great, the superior newly published dragon animated film. It's all about dragons nowadays, isn't it? It's a new thing.
Do you mean superior newly published dragon film because of that other dragon film?
Raya.
Raya, yeah.
I'm assuming so, yeah. There was a lot of stuff I really liked about Raya.
Yeah.
The other dragon, do we not mention it? Don't say the name. God, that fan. What's it doing to itself? The fan's on behind us, and not only is it like making the noise of a fan, but it's going ra 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 as well. It's really weird. Bert says, I watched Raya not long ago. I enjoyed a lot of stuff, but to be honest, the baby annoyed me a lot. It felt world breaking. Yeah, I think to someone else I know, I can't remember exactly who said the same thing. Like, they drew the line at the Kung Fu Baby. Yeah, there's something like really sad about the way it sets its world up to feel like very epic and like there are very high stakes, and then kind of collides into it with this strange comedic tone where the characters use very modern slang and terms, and they have these really silly ideas in there along with the things you're meant to take with enormous gravitas, and the two tones just like undermine one another. Because I get annoyed at the comedy being so, what's the word? What's the word when your comedy, irreverent, there we are. I get frustrated with the comedy being so irreverent because I want to take the story seriously. And I can't take the story seriously because of the comedic element. So it's like, if it was just a comedy, then I might find the funnier parts funnier. And if it was focused more on being the kind of action adventure story it seems to want to be at its heart, but it's too scared to be, then I could take the serious parts more seriously. But it's really hard for me to get invested in the world when the dragon's talking about twerking.
Yeah, it's weirdly this mix of modern / historic.
Because I want to take the world seriously, but if the film can't take its own world seriously, then how am I supposed to? And it's not that you can't have a dragon that is not what you expect, and you can't have a dragon that is kind of
Why does Mushu work?
because the entire tone of Mulan is set up from the very beginning to be like, the first scene is like her trying to feed the chickens with the dog.
The first scene is the wall being attacked.
That's true. But then immediately after that, introduction to the main character. Like, Raya goes a really long time taking itself extremely seriously until it starts introducing these elements. The tone of Mulan, it feels like quite clear.
The thing that I think the thing that gets me about Raya is that everyone feels like they are from the West Coast or California.
Yeah.
They don't feel like they're from the places they're presented to being from.
No, and the slang and the writing is a huge contributor to that. Like, the references and the jokes they make and the words they use are all very, like, LA.
Like, it isn't the necklace for worshipping the dragon they call it like a fan necklace or something, or
something like that. Yeah, they're like,
the concept
they're
of
dragon girls.
a fan is so
yeah.
modern rather than being.
I think they were trying to like draw a line between what people consider horse girls and dragon girls in that world, but it just doesn't fit with the tone. I think Mulan was very playful very early on, and so it made it quite clear that you were gonna have dogs that could understand what the humans wanted them to do, and like ridiculous situations along with the high stakes of Mulan's story.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Ula. No, not the live. I haven't seen the live action. Although I'm sure the live action Mulan has its faults too.
It works in Aladdin too. Like the genie, like his whole point is that he's out of time, and he makes references because he's this essentially demigod who can travel through time and space, and so he can use pop culture references because he's been to the future or the alternate timelines and seen this stuff happen.
But the whole point of that is Aladdin doesn't understand them or get it.
Yeah, he doesn't.
He reciprocates.
But also, again, like the tone of Aladdin is set very early on. Like Aladdin's first song is like hilarious. That entire him being chased through the streets of Agrabah while he tries to steal the loaf of bread, evading the guards, is so fun. Like Raya's introduction is so like stoic and serious that it really doesn't feel like the film has room to then put in all that shenaniganery like 20 minutes in, or 35 minutes in. Exactly, Tib. I think it's a tone thing.
Well, I think they set up the dragon to be one way and pull your expectations in another way. And if that were the theme of the movie, then it might tie into that, but it wasn't. And
I don't think there's anything wrong with having a dragon that doesn't fit what you would expect them to be.
Neither do I.
The only thing I didn't like about it was the way they did it.
I did find the animation on the human thing of the dragon amazing.
So good, so cool. I love her design as well. It feels a bit like that. But the way the characters speak is very pervasive through the entire thing. Like, in terms of the event, it definitely feels like a serious story where they had to then add comedy characters, add the mascot characters, add the animals, add the cute baby on top. But writing-wise, all the way through, the character speech is very modern, and it really jars against how traditional the world feels. Traditional's the wrong word, but I think you know what I'm getting at. First Day Lions, hey guys.
Hey.
First Day Lions says Brother Baby was a bit weird. Yeah, right. Didn't feel like it belonged in that film.
It's like the individual elements are fun and like really well crafted, but they don't. It's like someone pouring like a mismatched ingredient into your meal, and you're like, "This is tasty," but
The Kung Fu Baby would totally fit in like Pets 2 or, you know, Hotel Transylvania. But it'd be like trying to put Kung Fu Baby into Conan. It's like, it doesn't quite fit.
Yeah.
You know, like, does that poor dude who's like lost his family and his kids, and it's like, oh man, it's a shame you didn't train them in Kung Fu, because they could have fought off everyone if you just had.
Oh yeah.
Kung Fu Baby could be an animated short series, that's true.
Conan O'Brien, Kung Fu Baby. Nah, it's like what movie you want to see.
Oh my gosh, hey Grog! Grog says, oh man, I haven't seen Ray yet, but I've heard people have tone and pacing problems with it. Yeah. I think that's pretty much just what I'm saying as well. I'm just echoing the popular consensus.
I liked the modern kind of like editing style and like the way that they showed the world and like the text and the graphic stuff. I kind of dug that.
Oh, that was cool, yeah.
When
it was going to different regions and showing you.
And I think that went along with the tone of the way the characters are talking. Like it does feel modern, but in a way it feels dated. Whereas the world building and the like all of the color like design and all of that feels like it should be more timeless.
I loved the color design personally.
Yeah. So
I see. You're not saying the color design feels like it should be more timeless. You're saying because of the color design.
The color design did feel.
Yeah.
Really. Yeah.
The world design and the environments were incredible, and really like painted the picture. But then the characters opened their mouths.
The characters didn't feel like they lived in that world.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, they're Valley Girls. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. Grog, how's it going? How's it going, my dude? How is Sonic? I think Luca's out soon too.
Oh, Luca looked cool.
You're almost done. That's incredible. Oh, Luca's out today. Wow. Luca looks fun. I'm really excited to watch a movie set in a really beautiful place that isn't this studio room. Just want to be there.
Yeah.
Is it on the Disney? I'm assuming it's probably on the Disney.
We got the Disney.
Yeah, which Declan now has because apparently he was just like, I've watched like 4 series on the Disney now. I'm just gonna buy it. So we were like, okay.
He went out socializing for the first time in a while, and he was hungover, and he just wanted to watch Loki, so he broke.
So he was like, I'm just gonna pay for it. I mean, look at us, though, because now we get to abuse it. It's ours now to watch whenever we want.
We'll abuse it by using it.
Yeah, looks at the amount of work I've got to do. Hey Blitz Tactics, good morning. Happy Friday. So Grog, when is it you need to get all this done for? '23rd is the planned release. Awesome! Awesome.
Did I ever put that video out that was us explaining about the channels?
What do you mean?
Did I ever upload that and put it on our channel?
I assumed you did. Did you not? Did you not? What?
Did I? I did. Okay,
you did.
I
Okay,
did.
good.
I did.
Thought you did.
This
You're turning into me.
was the music that was on it, and so I was
so it
just
reminded
like,
you.
yeah.
Navy Knight says it's 4 AM for me. Send help. I can't sleep. Oh no! Oh, I can't help you. Sometimes when I can't sleep, I try and imagine a story with some of my favorite characters.
I watched Dracula: Untold Story yesterday, and I really want a sequel to that. I thought the spin on it was really quite cool.
My name is Dracula. I want to make a sequel.
Like the way they pitch the character of Dracula in that is like he's way more noble, and it added a really nice kind of contradiction to his fate and his actions that I quite like.
Do you prefer vampires when... Do you like vampires when they are like monsters? Or do you like vampires when they're like sexy? Or do you like vampires when they're like...
Why not both?
Not sexy, but just people? Like, do you prefer like Buffy the Vampire Slayer vampires? Where they're kind of sexy.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer vampires are not sexy. They're fucking goofy.
Okay. Sexy and goofy. Do you prefer like the Preacher vampire? Like Cassidy, where he's just like a dude with shades who's actually a vampire? or do you prefer vampires when they're like full monsters, like crawl on the ceiling, scream at you from the darkness?
Probably the ones that can go like full monster, but also like pull that right back to be like people.
Oh my gosh, First Day Alliance, yes, Edward from Twilight. What about that kind of vampire?
No, Edward from Twilight. No, Team Jacob. Woo!
Team what? Team Jacob.
Yeah. That's
Can't-
what the kids say, right?
I'm not picking a side, man. I got no skin in the game. Thank you so much, Artima, for the subscription.
Thank you.
And also, Chromail. We got a Chromail from Doodles, who says, "Hey, at Doig Swift, do you have the link to the website with the Smash Brothers characters animation reference to one where you can watch frame by frame?"
I believe Martina just linked that to you, Diha.
Thank you very much, Martina.
Because, well, have you seen Dracula Untold Story, India?
Don't know.
Okay.
How would I know? Give me something that happens that I'd remember from it.
Dracula finds a vampire in a cave, and then he makes a deal with the vampire to help him protect his people.
Wow, that vampire in the cave must be really impressive for Dracula to be like, just found you in a cave, but let me entrust this incredibly important thing to you.
Well, he wants him to turn him into a vampire. Or no, I think when he first goes, he wants its help.
Or is Dracula like not a vampire at this point?
No, Dracula's human.
Okay. So human Dracula meets vampire in cave and is like, "Give me power!" And the vampire's like, "Whoosh," and then bites Dracula, and now Dracula's like, "Now I am even sexier."
No, but let's roll with that, yeah.
Okay, cool.
So at the point that you see the vampire in the cave is like goes from being this fierce monster type to like being a dude talking to him, but still really threatening. Yeah.
First Alliance say, "Have you seen What We Do in the Shadows?" Though there's some good vampires. I love the vampires and the werewolves in that. Yes. Yes, I've seen that. Cat face vampire will haunt me forever. Or rather, vampire face cat.
But basically the proposition for the vampire is like the vampire made a deal with a demon, and in exchange for, you know, the demon's power and stuff like that, the original vampire was trapped to the cave. So he's basically been in the cave for thousands of years, eating anyone who happens by the cave.
And here I thought that he would be like, "I'll give you my soul."
I'll give you my what?
Soul. You know, find a demon or a devil, be like, "Give me power, I'll give you my soul," become vampire.
Yeah. Well, I guess in part that.
I wasn't expecting it to be like, "Give me power. Oh no, now I'm trapped in cave."
Yeah. Well, that's what happened. I think the demon like tricked him, took his soul or whatever.
Ha! Now you're in a cave
Now
forever.
you're in a cave. However, he can be let out of the cave if he manages to convince someone else to become a vampire.
But okay, that's a weird loophole.
Yeah. And so Dracula goes to him.
Stumbles upon the cave.
Yeah.
And is very up for being a vampire.
But the reason he's up for being a vampire is he wants the strength. If he doesn't become a vampire, then his Like, he's a prince. His people are gonna get slaughtered.
How
So-
come?
Um,
How's him being a vampire going to stop them from getting slaughtered?
because he fights off an army in the film as a vampire.
He fights off an entire army as a
Yeah.
vampire. Wow, he's pretty damn powerful.
He's pretty damn powerful.
And here I
yeah.
thought it was just like, we'll only accept diplomacy from a vampire.
No. He single-handedly fights an army. It's a good film.
Does he win?
Does he beat the army?
Yeah.
The first one he does, yeah.
The first army.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's a good deterrent, actually. I wouldn't send a second army against him if, like, my army got wiped out by one dude. I'd be like, okay. I don't want to try again.
Yeah.
Sounds interesting.
But Dracula doesn't become a full vampire unless he drinks someone's blood for 3 days. And if he doesn't drink someone's blood for 3 days, he will return to being human.
Oh,
So the film is about him,
convenient.
about him resisting that.
Resisting drinking someone's blood.
Yeah.
At the end, is he like, I need to defeat this army, but I don't have enough power. It's day
He
3.
doesn't talk like that at all, okay?
It's day 3.
Oh my
I
God.
must drink someone's blood to get the power I need to defeat the army. But if I do, I'll turn into a full vampire. Oh no!
No,
And then drinks the blood.
nothing like that.
Oh.
It's a good film. I
Hey,
want a
what are you
sequel.
saying about my mind films? They're also very good.
Yeah, alright.
Bleh! Gorgo says, sell my soul to a demon so I can have a one-off link to an uncanny 3D bust of Elon Musk but with funny meme faces around it. NFTs! Would you sell your souls for NFTs?
No.
You could sell your souls as NFTs, probably. You know that episode of Simpsons where Bart sells
Yeah.
Milhouse a piece of
Yeah.
paper with Bart's soul written on
I
it?
do.
That's essentially what we're doing now. Just do that. NFTs is kind of like when you buy an air guitar off eBay and then it comes and it's just an empty box. And you're like, ah.
Oh, I should have read it. I actually bought an air guitar box.
I see an air guitar is a guitar made of air. Touché.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah. For some reason, I thought of air table, like a foosball air hockey table.
I would 100% sell my soul for one of those.
A Matrix vampire. Is that the white-haired twin thing?
I don't remember those. What about a blade vampire? Those are
Matrix
cool.
Blade vampires are just people
They're just
with
goths.
teeth. Unless you were talking about the
I'm talking about the fashion as well as the...
the hybrid ones from 2.
Oh no, I wasn't. I was just talking about people in black leather going to clubs and looking cool.
The hybrid ones from 2 are they suck. I'm kidding.
How could you? Isn't Pitch Black got vampires in it?
No.
Oh,
Are you kidding me right now?
no.
Are you talking about the Vin Diesel film?
Yeah, talking about the Chronicles of Riddick.
No. I mean, unless you mean not Pitch Black in one of the sequels, but even then I don't think so.
No, I mean Pitch Black.
Have you seen Pitch Black?
Yeah.
Why are you asking me if there are vampires in it?
Because
then?
I've forgotten.
They're... well, I guess, like, they're creatures that only come out at night.
Aha, vampires.
But it's okay, so big old space vampires then.
Whoa! Hey,
What?
I didn't say space vampires. You said space vampires.
say-
But now I'm thinking how cool space vampires would be. I want
wish
to suck
jerk
your blood
in 0G.
and explore the galaxy. Got your Jaffa cakes there, Mike.
Yeah.
Go in with it.
You need to press the Chromel button.
I did. I
Really?
just did.
I just did it.
I just did it for me. We did it at the same time, so who could say who really did it? It was me.
If a vampire gets onto a space station, are they okay all the time because space is so dark? No, space isn't dark.
It's not dark. It's very light, which you can tell because you can see everything. If it was super dark, we wouldn't be able to see planets and stuff.
If anything,
It's very full of many suns.
space is very full. Yeah, if anything, they're probably more at risk of get like. you feel called out.
Poor Bert. We're all like coming up with these ridiculous scenarios, and Bert's like, "What if?" And we're all like, "No."
Do you think the damage done by the solar, like the sunlight, would be more intense if there's not an atmosphere? So like,
Yeah.
vampires who do make it out into the direct sunlight will just.
Yeah, I think so. Do you think the sun is actually what kills vampires? Or do you think they're just like extremely heat sensitive? Like if you agitate their atoms too much, they just explode.
I don't know what the sunlight thing is. I think it's probably just on account of like the sun feels like a life force. And they're very much about being dead.
Spelunk says, but if we get a werewolf in a tidal locked orbit with the dark side of the moon, is that a cure since they'll never see the full moon? I want that. I want to see that film, Orbit Werewolf, where it's just a werewolf in space, like, not turning into a werewolf because it's orbiting.
I mean, that's a really interesting premise for a film of like, if there's werewolves but there's a space prison for werewolves where they're sent, where they'll never see the full moon, but then someone sneaks in a phone and it's got a YouTube video.
I feel like that's the kind of film Vin Diesel would be in. I feel that's the kind of film you could get The Rock in.
Would it be called Lunar Wolf?
It should be called it should be called Lunar Eclipse or something.
It should be called Dark Side of the Moon.
I don't know how people use door handles with their hands. I don't know how this works. I just drew this super fast as a thumbnail and now I have to work out how hands open doorknobs.
If they were on a boat, you could call it Sailor Moon.
Amazing. Are the Sailor Moon girls vampires? I think at least one is.
Maybe that's... Unless they did make a third movie, maybe that's the third movie in the American Werewolf series. If they did make a third, then a fourth or whatever. American Werewolf in Space.
I like it. Bring the werehog back. The werehog was awesome.
No one cares about the werehog.
I care about the
We're not
werehog.
talking about fucking Sonic right now.
I care about it.
You
It
can't
was
just
cool.
inject your fucking favorite franchise into a discussion anytime you please.
Yes, I can.
No.
And another thing.
You've got to build up to it.
Turtles.
And another thing, Turtles. How far through the IDW comic series are you now? Did you catch up?
I did.
You've read all of it.
Yeah, I might not have read the last couple of issues. The problem is I caught up with the trades, and I want to keep buying the trades, so I don't want to read
the single issues.
But then sometimes I can't resist, and I go and search them, and read them. So I'm pretty up to date. Yeah, I'm pretty up to date.
My ears keep going missing.
Your ears keep going missing. Have you tried putting some Werehog on that?
I'm just gonna
Hey guys.
Hey.
I wasn't talking to you. Would you rather see Doig play Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Forces, or Sonic Unleashed next?
Oh, we doing that, are we?
What?
Are we? I mean, we're doing the asking thing. I know that we're gonna play those games.
We are. Yeah, that's why I'm asking.
Let's make a poll. There's 46 of them here. It's a poll time.
Unleashed. Every time I get the night theme for the Werehog in my head, I'm thinking of a song which isn't the right one. Do you guys know what this is from? Da 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 da. Wait a minute, is it the opening to Police Academy? No, Police Squad. What's it called?
No, Police Academy has a different
Police Squad.
Theme.
Is that what it is? Why is that in my head whenever I try and think of the night stage theme?
So Sonic Adventure 2 Unleashed Forces, or are those the only options?
Sonic Unleashed, Sonic Forces, or Sonic Adventure 2.
Okay.
What is it actually? I just have to do a little Google.
Grog says I'd like to see him have a good day, so probably Unleashed, saying as it's the only good one.
There we go, that's it. That's the one. I keep getting the Police Squad theme into my head whenever I try and sing it. Have we heard of the big collab called War for Ryuba? I haven't. What is it? Ryuba? Forces is pretty miserable to actually play. Oh, poor Forces. Speaking of things which have weird tone mishmashes, there's one right there. Sonic Forces. Sonic's dead.
Hey guys, long time no see.
Long time no see, guys.
Long
time no see. Grog, we know it sucks, but it sucks in wonderful ways. That game is a delight.
How dare you, Grog?
Have you seen Eggman run in that game?
Does he run in that game?
Yeah, he does.
What? Is he one of the playable characters?
You will find out! You'll have to live and learn.
Living on the edge of tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Ben, you picked Forces just because you want to see the OC. We should just make the OC and then not play the game.
I don't want to make a Sonic OC.
What?
What do you mean, what? Like...
I think it's really funny because I think they all look terrible and there's no way for you to make them look good.
Exactly.
They built a Sonic OC maker, but they made it the most kind of limited and terrible looking thing ever. The Sonic characters don't look like Sonic characters. They look like the dolls that Robotnik makes of the Sonic characters to help his robots target practice.
Is it not just like a model swap, like you swap in different parts?
Pretty much.
That's
You're like,
such a like...
do you want to be this species or this species? And then that kind of decides what kind of head you get, but then you get to choose things like eyes and fur colour.
Can I be a bear?
Nope.
Can I put
actually,
antlers?
maybe. You can be a burb.
You could be a bird.
Yeah, no one ever chooses burb as well, so...
I don't want to be a bird.
Pretty into it.
Bird.
I'm sad they don't give you the option of conjoined eyes. I want my eyes to be like my hero Sonic's eyes.
You can't have Sonic eyes in a Sonic OC maker.
I don't think so. I think
can
you
you
have
be
to
a
have separated
hedgehog?
Eyes. I don't know if you can. I mean, that's just... There's only one way to find out.
OC creators are good when you get the sliders, where you can like fully customize like the models so that you feel like you can make something unique. What's the point in
Can you
doing
imagine
a
a Sonic
cookie
OC?
cutter?
If a Sonic can you imagine a Sonic
Can you
character?
imagine?
A Sonic character creator with sliders. Has no one made one? That's got to be a thing someone's made. And Sonic OC maker?
Dude, I think they animate Sonic with sliders. Have you seen the way that his expressions interpolate?
Oh. Yeah, I have. Blend shape to blend shape. Groggo says you can have conjoined eyes, they just look a little different to Sonic's. Why do they look different? They're in the same world. Choose a design language. I get so frustrated. It's like having a series of really nicely lined up squares, and then there's just one like which is fucking twisted sideways and half out, and it's like, look, it's fine. It's a square. It's like you don't understand your own game's design language enough to be able to make these characters fit into it.
I feel like Sonic Team at this point is just a chimera of a multi-headed beast that has no
I mean, Sonic Adventure 2 winning does make sense. We did play Sonic Adventure 1 first, so I think it makes sense to play Sonic Adventure 2 next.
It won with 7 votes. It won with only 54%.
It's pretty close, then. Sonic Dreams Collection wasn't on the poll, and it never will be. It never will be. We're never playing it.
Never playing what?
Sonic Dreams Collection.
Why not?
Because
don't you want
it's not
to experience every
an actual
facet
Sonic game
of Sonic's existence in this world?
It's some
every
disturbing
time he's
person posing as a Sonic game, but it's not a Sonic game.
Every time he's tore through the fabric of reality to exist in this world.
You want to play it, Mike?
No.
Oh, well, if you really want to play it that bad, then you feel free to play it.
You
play it. I just won't, but you can.
I don't
have
want
fun.
to.
Have a good time. Yeah, that's what I thought. Grog says one of Sonic Force's biggest problems is that there is zero pacing curve. It starts out insultingly easy even on the hardest difficulty. It doesn't get any more challenging by the end. Really? So it's just easy all the way through? I did see a clip of, I think it was one of the final levels, where it was to play a character and Sonic running along together. And the person recording footage just didn't press any buttons. And not only was it hilarious to watch, but they just, like, destroyed all the enemies anyway. So it really does just kind of play itself. I think it was trying to give you, like, that feeling of euphoria, where you get to run through a bunch of enemies and you feel invincible. But it's just so badly put together that it's funnier to watch the game fail at trying to create that than it is to engage with it.
I had ideas about game design.
You have ideas about game design?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm not going to share them.
Okay. How come you scared that will steal your ideas, bro? Because I've spent my entire life just stealing your ideas. I have a huge document called Mike's Game Design Ideas on my computer. And I'm just waiting for you to give me these final couple of nuggets, and then I'm out of here, man.
Right. It's not that I'm scared of the things being stolen. It's more like I feel like if I talk about them too much, I'll remove the feeling of making it.
Oh, you want to make a game?
Yeah.
You want to make a game, Doig?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. I'm in full support of this. Let me know if I can help. With my copious amounts of time.
I don't think it's a hard design challenge to make a good 3D Sonic game. I think though that they try to keep it in the same genre to its detriment.
I don't think it should be hard either.
Like, I feel like they try and translate the 2D game into 3D, and it's just that doesn't work. So take the concept and spirit of what Sonic is and make a game around that rather than try. Yeah.
Let's be honest. If Nintendo had been making the Sonic 3D games instead of Sega around the time when they first started coming out, then they would have done it really well and Sonic would have been awesome. They haven't managed to do it well recently, I don't think, Nintendo. But I think a huge amount of what has been so bad about Sonic for the past 10 plus years is just that it feels really effing bad to play. It doesn't feel good to move around as Sonic. It's
you mean
the
20
controls
plus years at this point.
Yeah, the controls have never felt good. They've never felt good. Just get the controls feeling nice. Just make it fun to move around. Slow down the pace. And just make it fun to navigate around. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. And yet, they're so concerned with making it fast that they throw away the most important thing, which is the controls feeling good to use. If they just felt cool to run around the city, and it doesn't have to be fast, it just has to feel cool. You can sell the speed using the animation, using the way that you use the environment, using the puzzles that you solve. You can sell the speed that way. Just make it fun to move around. Anyway, that's my 2 cents.
What's the boost stuff? I've never played a game with the boost stuff.
I'm sure you have. It's just when Sonic has a button to boost, and that gives you a burst of speed.
I've not.
Like,
I'm not, as I said, because I'm pretty sure I remember what I have and haven't done.
Well, you'll experience it in Generations, in Unleashed.
Okay.
I think the way it works in Unleashed is like when you get rings, they fill up your dash meter, and then you can hold X to spend it. Which is pretty cool. It's a nice way to tie rings into more than just a life bar. Buster B98 says the new Ratchet and Clank made the moving fast and boosting fun and easy to control. That sounds awesome. You see, that's all Sonic needs, I think. I mean, the story concerns are a whole other kettle of fish, but just gameplay wise.
Yeah, I saw some footage from that Twitter that makes really cool videos based on games. You know, the one that plays like Monster Hunter and does epic moves and stuff. And they did a cool bunch of stuff with the new Ratchet and Clank. Cool. I think that's the same studio that made the Spider-Man game. I think they kind of understand how to make movement fun.
Yeah. Spider-Man's a great reference for how you should get your movement feeling fun. Like, Spider-Man 2 was a game that was basically sold on the swing mechanics because it was so fun to just move around.
Yeah.
That's what you want for Sonic. Like, he's a character about moving and being cool and feeling cool. Just make it fun. The controls have never been good, and I don't understand why they don't just throw it out and start again with a team that knows how to program something to feel good. Ratchet & Clank is a great example.
Tib says, let's just make our own radical mascot character and make our perfect Sonic game with our own IP.
Oh man, I just wish it could go right for Sonic, you know? I just wish for once. You know, when we get our hopes up every game and then it's like they've just used the same system again. Doesn't feel any different. Just them trying the same thing again for the 7th time and it not working.
I'd want something where Sonic controls like a Rocket League car.
I know you do, Doig. I know you do.
I think that would be pretty fun.
I'd be interested to try it. I don't like the idea of driving him like a car.
I do.
I like the idea more of having something like Ratchet and Clankish. I think you could integrate the speed in really fun, interesting ways, but I don't think it needs to be a thing that's constantly on, so it's really hard to control him at all times.
I think you don't need the camera to be going really fast. You just need Sonic to feel like he's going fast.
I don't even think you need to have him feel like he's going fast all the time. Like, the original games had those great speed sections that kind of came in and gave you that great adrenaline rush every now and then. And it wasn't like they were hard to control. They just made you feel great as a reward for a little platforming puzzle area. The original games weren't those speed sections all the time.
Yeah.
They were interspersed to give you that rush of, this is cool, I feel cool. Yeah, agreed, Tibbs. I miss the exploration. That was one of the things I enjoyed most about Sonic games when I was a kid. Is just like going through the levels and feeling like I was in a place where there was a choice to make about which way I want to go, what I want to explore, finding cool stuff, using the characters' different powers to get to different places. Like, it was really fun. And the original Sonic games, much as people want to say that they were all designed purely about speed and how to get through them as fast as possible, the original Sonic games weren't that fast. There were speed sections in them, sure. But there were more, the first 3 in particular were more about platforming. For me, at least. Not being one of the people who was like, I can do the first stage in 10 seconds! I was more like, I found a cool cave with Knuckles! Ula says, hey, did you play Breath of the Wild? I want to play Breath of the Wild so bad! I have it. I've played some of it. I don't know, we've probably talked to you guys about this before. It's the cursed playthrough, where every single time we record, we lose all of the audio or something. And it's just impossible to cut together into a series. But I'm thinking maybe we should just screw it and start streaming it.
Yeah, maybe so.
Grog, I remember you streaming playing Sonic at one point, and you were really good at it. Really, you did not sound harsh at all. That's the thing, Tip. I don't think Sonic needs to be a game about going fast. I think it should be a game about action adventure and saving the world from Robotnik. I don't think speed should be anyone's priority when making a Sonic game, and I think that's the big mistake that's meant that it feels really bad to play as him all these years. People keep prioritizing that. I'm not saying you can't go fast, I'm just saying that shouldn't be the first thing that you worry about with the design every time, because it's breaking the design.
Yeah, you were mentioning that you could have an attack where Sonic himself goes really fast, but you as the player aren't like careening through the environment. Or Sonic used his speed to attack an enemy, but it's I'm not gonna I can't I can remember what it was you suggested, but I don't want to say it because it was your idea.
Well, we could not stream it. It's just like we were so excited to record episodes of it and stream it, and we've been holding off for so long to do that it feels like if we just play it now, all of those hours of recording and editing the footage and like putting off playing it so we could either stream it or record it has been for nothing. We have to face up to the futility of what we've been doing.
I've played it and completed it. I kind of wish I hadn't, because it means that I don't get to experience the game along with you.
But you do get to help me, which is helpful. Like when you're like, okay, so don't do this because this. I'm like, oh, okay.
I think we should look at what we have for that series and just fucking lean into it and just be like,
it's work. It's work. Like, even if we lean into it, it means I still have to recut the first, like, 3 episodes.
Yeah.
But I think maybe,
well, what if
maybe Curly will be able to help us.
Yeah, I think Curly would be able to help. Our editor for Magic Boy Goes to College, by the way, her name is Curly and she's awesome.
Yeah, Ula, we could totally do that. I just have to like throw away most of the episodes and work I've done already. Just because they all have like issues that I've been trying to cut around. But me trying to cut around the issues means that the cutting feels kind of weird in places. Because I was a little bit hamstrung on where I could cut and where I couldn't. Or where I had to cut. And you just any Breath of the Wild any percent speedrun. I would be so bad at I could never speedrun a game, Ula. Especially, can you imagine me trying to speedrun Breath of the Wild, Mike? I would get 3 feet in and then immediately get distracted by something.
India, you're speedrunning the game. Oh yeah! Butterfly.
Where am I going? What's this? Yeah, this is no way.
Maybe we have to think of it more like a highlight reel of your experiences so far.
Yeah, maybe.
The lost episode makes me really super sad though. Can I say what happened in the lost episode?
Of course you can. I just want to say though, there's so many episodes of it that doing a highlight reel is going to be pretty tough. Like, we have like what 20 something episodes to cut together. Oh
really?
That would need to be highlight reeled.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Oh. Start over with Kurzik playing it. India Swift versus Point Crow Battle of the Birds Breath of the Wild speedrun race. Who's Point Crow?
Who knows?
Yeah, the lost episode is India spends about half an hour on the river on a raft just collecting treasure chests.
There are so many.
And she got like 5 or 6 of them.
In the river, there are so many.
And she like put them all on our boat and it was fucking hilarious. And we didn't record the audio. Was it both audios or just mine?
I thought it was just yours.
Yeah, all of my... Yeah.
Celeste sounds fun. It sounds hard from what I've seen people saying.
What sounds hard?
Celeste.
Oh yeah, I would like to play Celeste.
I would like some cheese.
I'd also like to play the rest of Hollow Knight.
Finish the DLC.
Finish the DLC, do the Path of Pain.
Did you not finish the Path of Pain?
Nope.
Oh.
My idea was going to be that I would try and do the Path of Pain as a kind of like PC fundraiser for you, but stuff happened.
Yeah, the community took matters into their own hands.
Yeah. Hey, Abbo.
Just have to beat Grim. Good luck.
I think I could beat Grim.
I think you could too. I just think it might take a little bit. I think Grim might be one of the hardest bosses in the entire thing. Nightmare Grim. Like, he's just bonkers.
Have they ever put bullet time into a Sonic game?
Kind of. They have, like, sometimes slow down when you hit enemies and stuff. But I don't think in the way that you're thinking.
Because that's another way to have a character be fast, but not too fast for the human eye
Yeah.
to see.
I have a weird relationship with bullet time in games. I don't ever really like it.
I like it in Spider-Man.
I haven't played it in Spider-Man, to be fair, so I might also like it in Spider-Man.
But that's like your fault. I like it as an aiming system for when you're falling off a building. So it gives you time to assess the environment and choose where you're going to swing from next.
I like it when it's a very deliberate mechanic that's put into the game and that the game is like based around in a way where it's really interwoven. Like, there's a game where the whole point is that you use bullet time to line up your shots on people.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you let go, you get to see what happens.
Oh, is that Red Dead does that, I think?
It's something like that. It's like you can choose what you're going to do, but you don't know what's going to happen until you actually like release the button. And then when you release the button, you take out your actions, but the enemies also take out their actions.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I think that's really fun. I don't like it when it's just like you hit a dude and then get slowed down like in 300 just to make it look cinematic, because I feel like it kind of gummies up and slows down combat. Super hot, that might be it.
The bullet time
Breath of
in
the Wild
Breath
when
of
you're
Wild.
aiming in the air. Yeah, that is good. Yeah, that is good. Agreed. Grog, you'd be so frustrated with me. I still haven't figured out exactly how to do Fury Rush. Like, it popped up on screen and I was like, huh? And then by the time I like realized that it was something I could do and went to press the button, I like missed it.
Why would Grog be mad at that?
Because Grog's really good at games. And he'll be like, India Fury Rush. And I'd be like, oh! Pressing all the buttons. Link like puts his sword away 3 times, then eats an apple. And then the Fury Rush is over. And I'm like, oh.
Did I ever tell you that I beat Ganon on the first go?
Yeah, you did. Lots of times.
Lots
You
of
keep
times.
telling me.
Oh. No, I
Just
don't.
yeah, just about the house at any point in time.
I know I don't.
It's like I'm making food and you're like, hey India, did I tell you that I beat Ganon first time?
This is lies and
I'm like in a work meeting and you're like, hey India, did I tell you that I beat Ganon first time? I'm in the bath and you like duck your head in and you're like, hey India, did I tell you that I beat Ganon first time? Firth.
Alright.
Firth. I meant first. I've made her too short.
Are you projecting?
I'm not that short.
You aren't that short.
If Midge was actually the height of a door handle, that would be like insanely short. She would be insanely short.
Yeah.
So this door handle needs to move down. Might need to resize this door a little bit to make sense. They are generally about halfway down a door, aren't they? So I'm going to shorten the door.
I guess they are, yeah.
Make it narrower. Kevin seems really good at games. Yeah, he seems like really good at Dark Souls whenever Mike's playing. He's always like, oh, Kevin's run ahead and killed everything.
He's a fucking wizard. Why aren't you guys letting me know that I'm pretty much drawing way over in the corner?
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
Love you.
I love you too.
You're drawing in the corner.
Thanks. No one cares. Everyone's just watching your side of the screen.
I've almost finished all of the people drawings, which means that at some point I have to tackle the backgrounds, and I don't like that.
I may as well not be
You might as well not. What?
drawing here. I could just be playing games and it would have the same effect.
What are you talking about? Everyone loves what you're doing.
On the morning stream.
Oh my gosh. He's through the looking glass, people. He's realised he doesn't need to make art. He might go and do something else with his life.
I could just write on your coattails for the next 40 years.
Yeah?
Then be your manager.
Sure.
I make all the cool decisions.
I didn't care about you writing my coattail songs. I get to keep doing what I'm doing.
India, we might be partnering with a Twitch channel.
What? Which one?
Artisan Builds.
Wait a second, you're being serious.
I'm being serious, yeah.
I thought that this was part of the bit.
No.
I thought this was one of the decisions you were making as my manager.
Did you think me being your manager was a bit?
Oh shit.
I'm sorry, here's your contract.
What do you mean we might be partnering with the Twitch channel?
So, well, yeah.
What do you mean, well, what, yeah? Tell me what? Excuse me? Partnering?
Yeah. Well,
What do you mean? What does that mean?
As in, like, the kind of, like, affiliate linking and stuff.
What? Who?
This is one of those times where I tell you about something, we talk about it, you think it's a good idea, I go ahead with it, then I tell you about it again, and you're like...
You're not describing it a whole lot to me right now, so could you, like, remind me?
Okay, so Artesian Builds is a Twitch channel, but they are also a company that builds computers. They reached out to us to say that they wanted to like partner with us. And so what that would mean is that they would give us a link to their website for people to buy computers and them to build them. And like affiliate linking is like when you get money for recommending people to a place. And Yeah, that's it really. Also, they'll like post our channel on their website and stuff.
Huh. So what would it mean? Like, what's the actual practical implications of this?
That's it. I just described it to you.
Where would we put the link? Like,
it would be on the bottom of our Twitch about.
Are you taking this just because you want to be hooked up with new computers?
That is part of, like, we would get a discount from them, yeah.
Like, they sound cool, and like I'd be okay with it. I just like, I'd be okay with it. I've just never used them before, so it's hard to like recommend them from a place of experience. I'd be recommending them because they look kind of cool, but when it comes to buying something as expensive as a computer, I don't know how far that's going to go with people. Me being like, well, we've never used them, but
Yeah.
they emailed us, and they seem cool. But yeah, I'm alright with that.
Cool.
Have
But
you
yeah.
guys tabbed out? Chat popped out. I don't know what that was. Tonight. It's cross-hatching time, baby.
Tib says, I've got to be honest, you guys, in any art stream, the conversation comes first and the art is fairly secondary for any art stream.
That sounds very much like the reason I watch streams as well.
I think the reason I draw in the corner is because it's close to me. There we go.
Close to me.
Are you saying that you don't really care about what we draw? Because then I'm just gonna draw
Time
dicks.
to draw penises. Penises.
Phallus sandwiches. Ah.
Cock and balls.
Do it, Doig.
It's true. I also tend to work when I hardly ever put on someone streaming and then sit and watch them.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get myself a cup of tea and be like, I'm gonna snuggle down and watch some art streamers. I'm
So it's
always
all
doing
about the
something.
audio.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's almost like a podcast to me. And then I can glance over every now and then and see what they're up to.
India, do you want to see the intermission screen that I set up?
Yeah. Do you want to run an ad?
Do I want to run an ad? No, not really.
Okay. I just keep remembering that's something that we keep saying we're going to do at some point and then we never do.
Fuck it, let's do it. Let's run a 1 minute ad break.
You guys ready for this? It's 1 minute ad break. Everybody get up and stretch or like get yourself a drink or something.
But no, I was going to show them okay. I want
show
to
me
see
the
what
thing,
happens
show
when we
me
do
the
this. What? Let's do it.
Okay.
Whoa, it's done it. It's doing it. Whoa. Yeah, I was gonna show you the eye catch. I think this should be.
Isn't the ad still playing?
I think the ad is playing for people.
It's beautiful, Doig.
This was
I
made
love
by
it.
Ben. I set it up.
It's so cool.
I think subscribers don't see the ad, but everyone who's not a subscriber. Does that replay? Oh, that doesn't loop. I want that to loop.
Are you naked if you have a shower? Do you mean a towel?
Ben Powell?
It's really cool. I know what you meant, Barney. Yeah, I think a towel counts as clothing.
We completed the 1 minute ad break. So could you guys still hear us and everything?
I think most of the people in our chat are subscribed, to be honest.
Yeah.
Either because they like us or because they've been involuntarily subbed by someone else. So
I remembered yesterday that Ben sent me through that, and I was like, I need to incorporate that in the stream somehow. It's really cool, huh?
it's really cool.
I
love
think
it.
he's been experimenting with other stuff. Ben, they're really cool.
I love them. Every new render you do of like the Doig model, I'm like, this is so, we could use this as like some kind of intermission screen. This is so cool. Like, I saw one the other day you did where Doig is like emerging from a pool.
It's like a scene from Westworld.
I love it. It's so cool.
Put your hands up if Palbro is the reason you're sub.
Yeah, exactly. Put your hands up if your sub is a Palbro gift.
He really did go off the deep end.
Jeez, Palbro, thank you so much. What an amazing dude.
We were talking about Palbro's sleep schedule the other day and how like he goes to sleep really late, and one of the reasons is like his sleep schedule is just knocked off, but he looks forward to. I said that I would like stop streaming so that he could get some sleep, and he was like, I would be really sad if you did that, please don't. I was like, oh no.
When does he sleep?
I think he sleeps from like 6 a.m. to like midday or something. His time.
So he only gets like 6 hours. I've done the cross-hatching. I need to find more cross-hatching to do so I can put off the backgrounds for longer. Cool, here we go. A whole section of cross-hatching for me. Wonderful. Hey, Kid Ludens.
How you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing?
I'm going to try and do slightly bigger cross-hatches on this one. I think it would look a bit weird to have super small cross-hatches all the way across this section.
I've been thinking about India, and I want to do more like chat style things where we bring on people onto the stream.
Well, we need to do another Anna Morning Breakfast Con.
We do.
Like, we were going to do one on freelance, and there was also going to be one on game design. So we'd probably be asking Ben about that one. But I think we were going to have Porky and Kevin, among some other people.
Oh, sweet.
On a freelance one.
Yeah.
I just haven't had the time to organise it. It's been pretty balls to the wall lately.
Yeah. Forget Ben, invite Sophie instead? How do you mean?
You could invite Sophie as well. That's the beauty. Sophie is the person who's made that cool dice thing. The dice roller. Sophie's Dice.
Oh, Sophie's Dice. Right,
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah. The beauty of the Anna Morning Breakfast Cons is that we can have like 4 or 5 people all on at the same time.
Kevin Booba Doodles? Big fan. That'd be so cool.
You could
Says
be another
Habbo.
person who'd be asking, Habbo, but I understand if you would rather not. I know some people are nervous on voice.
Habbo did just fine.
Sorry?
Habbo did just fine the last time he was on.
Yeah. Which is why I extend the offer to you, Habbo.
Also, Habbo, you were talking about the audio and stuff. I think on my voice meter, I had this set up so that I had a bit of compression in everybody's voices. And I don't remember setting that, but I noticed it after the fact, and I think that's maybe what contributed to the fact that you were louder on the recorded audio than you usually are, and were to everyone else listening. So I've turned that off now. So for future calls, I'm gonna keep that off.
No pressure, Habbo. The offer is always open, so there's no time pressure on you having to do it.
A monster Chun-Li starring a pot. I guess it's these spiked bracelets.
Yeah, it's the spiked bracelets.
Yeah, it won't be as populated as NSP. However, I would like to do. Of course, I would. I would like to do more streams with, like, well-known peeps.
I would too. I don't want to become like an interview channel though.
No, neither do I.
I just want to chat to them because generally I want to work with them. Let's make stuff together.
Friend
Yeah,
streams. Well, it's more like I'm thinking people like JJ Conway and
JJ's
Kevin,
always welcome.
Molina Ortiz and stuff. Or like Gregzilla or Shooch, or like people we want to talk to.
Pretty much everyone. Doig for the internet, the most well known of us all.
You have a
What's
list
it like
of.
to be famous?
I don't have a list of pop people. I don't really care about popularity. I mean more like people who have interesting conversations. What?
What's it like to be famous?
What?
What's it like to be famous, Doig?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Why are you holding back? You're holding out on me. Keeping that sweet knowledge away. You're trying to keep me down. Is that what it is?
I
feel threatened. Your fame is threatened. By me asking you for fame tips.
Of the two of us, you're more well known. So you tell me.
You're the most famous.
I'm not the most.
In the world. How does it feel? Hey, is that Michael Doig?
Is that the India Swift?
Is that Michael?
How is it?
Hey, Michael? Michael Doig.
What?
I recognise you from across the room. You're the one who did all the colour designs on Starlight Brigade, right?
Most of them. And
on Night Runner, Magnum Bullet.
Uh-huh.
And on the Mystic Crystal.
What are you doing?
I just think you're my favourite colour designer. I love the way that you bring worlds to life. I just wanted to come over and say.
Are you?
I know you've already got a huge crowd of people around you. And they all want to talk to you, but I just wanted to say I love your work, man.
I don't know what's happening either, Habbo.
I'm creating for you a scenario in which you are being approached by someone who is a fan of yours.
Dude, this is like when you grab my hands and make me feel your boobs. It's not the same as like.
I love that. That's the metaphor you went to. This is exactly like that. Yes.
You can't just create a scenario where something happens, but there's no like genuine. Never mind. That was the thing. That was the thing from the other day where I was like, I can't say that, and India was like, I don't care. You can say that. So I'm pulling it back.
Pull it back. It's not the same. I'm just trying to like create you the scenario in which you're super well known and famous, and seeing like how you'd react to it. I gotta say, I'm very disappointed.
But it's not a genuine, like, what do you want me to, do you want me to react sincerely to that?
I'm genuinely a fan of yours.
You don't count.
Oh!
You don't count.
Why?
Because you're biased.
What you were going to say because you're bi? And I was like, uh-huh.
No, because you're biased. Because you like me, so of course you like my stuff.
I do like you. But I also like your stuff, which is unrelated. Actually, it's kind of related. Kind of half the reason I like you is because you're really, really good at stuff. I'm
turning this on its head as well, because there's time where
if you ever lost your skill, I'd leave.
That's fair.
That's not true.
If I stopped creating, would you leave me?
No. You see, because I'm in love with
who I was.
Stuff that makes you able to do what you do is because of who you are.
Is being a fan a thing if you date the person? I think so. I think you can be a fan of what someone does. I like a large appeal to India as a person is her creativity and what she does.
How I close this.
But it depends on what you mean by being a fan. Like if being a fan is also the context of like, you know, parasocial relationship stuff, then maybe so.
I think it's a separate thing.
I think
it's perfectly possible to be a fan and not have a parasocial relationship of someone's work.
Okay.
Hey, is that Michael Doig? Is that the Doig?
But yeah, the example I was giving earlier of like it's not the same is like, you know, when you want to do something and then someone like tuts in size and then does it for you, it's like that doesn't count.
I'm not tutting and sighing. I'm extremely enthusiastic about this.
I just mean like if you're creating a scenario in which I was expressing that I wanted to be recognized for my work, and you're trying to create a scenario where you are recognizing me for my work, but you're doing it as a bit, then it doesn't count.
It's like when someone's like, man, I just want to win a gold medal at something. I want to win a gold medal at running because I've been training and running for so long. I want to come first and win a gold medal, and then their mum like buys them a gold medal.
That doesn't count.
And it's like, you're always a winner to me, and you're like, this isn't the same.
Yeah, that isn't the same though.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
That isn't the same. If your mom just goes out and buys you a medal because she thinks you deserve to win a race, it's like you have to compete.
Well, you're always a winner to me.
If your mum went out and rallied up all the kids in your year or your neighborhood and organized a race and then had you run against them and you won and then she gave you a medal, then it would count. But if she's just like, I bought a medal for you because you're fucking awesome and I want you to know, you're still going to be like,
you're still going to slap it out of her hands and spit on it.
But if she genuinely organized a race and you won the race and she gave you the medal that she bought with her money.
What if she won the race and then gave you the medal out of pity?
Then what? Then she would have beat you and then laughed about it and then gave you a medal for your suffering and your time.
Well, I'm sorry I tried to give you a medal.
When? When did you?
It was a metaphorical medal.
I like shouting.
The freedom of when the flatmate is asleep, they cannot hear us, and we can just yell.
If you buy your own trophies, you can be good at everything.
I'm gonna be one of those people who you go into their house and they have just like a cabinet of trophies. and just like trophies and medals everywhere. And people are like, "Oh, what'd you get this for?" And I'm like, "I bought it."
Oh, you can get those
really
for
like
$5.
I call it the aesthetic of being a winner. I just buy like things that make it look like I've achieved great things.
You're the kind of person that
There's a ton of certificates on the wall that I printed out.
has a library of books they've never read.
All the books are blank.
All the There's so many books that I've owned for 20 years that I've never read.
Yeah. Likewise. I should read some of them. I want to read Moby Dick. Why are you laughing? Because I said dick.
A little bit. It was the way you said
so
it.
mature.
Like you could, I want to. Well, it's like I want to read Moby Dick.
I want to read Moby Dick.
But you were like Moby Dick.
Moby Dick. That's what it's called.
Oh no! Is our internet gone?
Oh no! Right when we were talking about Moby Dick. I don't think so. I think it's fine. I think maybe people just don't have anything to say about Moby Dick.
No, my chat. I'm connecting to the chat.
It's okay, Mike. You got me here. People can't always be chatting.
It's not that. Well, what's the last thing you saw?
An angry Doig face.
Yeah, same.
So don't worry about it. Oh, wow. Yeah, there we are. The chat is ours. Rebel. Anarchy. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Yeah, I don't see any of that.
They've taken over.
Nor does
We're taking
the browser
over.
thing on the stream.
We're taking over. Ooh. So, like, what book would you want to read? You could read Mansfield House. Have you ever read Great Expectations?
No, I don't think so.
It's real good.
What's good about it?
The characters are really fun and well written. It's got like a lot more humor than I thought it would have. Just like really like glorious writing. If you've ever heard me say "what larks," and I say that to you a fair amount,
Yes.
that's from Great Expectations.
What lark?
What larks? Yeah.
Are you gonna hand draw the other side of the page?
Yeah.
You could copy that texture over.
Yeah, but then people would be able to see that I copied it.
You could rotate it.
Bitch, I'm hardcore.
Okay.
I'm the real deal. Scribbling for days, I'm the real deal. All these scribbles done by me. You know what that is, Doig? It's fucking elbow grease.
It's stupidity in a can.
This is what makes me a great artist. Stubbornness.
Your stubbornness does let you persevere through circumstances that others might give up
I will
on.
never die.
But
You said but.
I don't I don't think anyone's gonna mind if you copy pasted
I
some
will know.
hatching. You will know.
And
but-
every time I look at it, I'll feel like a failure. Do you want that, Doig?
Yeah.
Oh.
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 Oh. Oh. Oh, you've done it now.
Have I?
I'm upset now.
Oh.
Now I'm sad.
You're sad.
You don't think my scribbles are worth it? There's variance in them. It's organic. Shut up. totally worth it. This is a good use of my time. It's better than drawing the dang backgrounds.
Oh, I see.
No, you don't.
I see
no,
what's
it's artistic
happening
integrity
now.
is what it is. That's what you're looking at right here. Nothing else.
Hatching your plans.
It's been 5 hours and I'm almost a quarter done.
It's been 17 years.
You see, Your Majesty says there is something more satisfying when you look at patterns and notice they didn't copy. Because people are going to be looking for it. Certain people, maybe like 2 people,
Yeah,
are going to look at it and be like,
read what they actually wrote.
There is something more satisfying when you look at patterns and notice they didn't just copy.
What's more satisfying?
When you look at the patterns and notice they didn't just copy. Yeah, I'm sorry, Doig. You lose!
Oh, yeah.
Loser!
I thought there was a than.
Loser! Nerd. Dweeb.
Dweeb. Are you
Geek.
calling me a
I
dweeb?
called you a
Are
dweeb.
you calling me a dweeb right now?
Dweeb. Dweeb.
Dweeb.
Dweeb.
Your father never loved you.
Your father never loved you. Play ya ya ding dong.
Doig weeb. Doig weeb?
You weeb, Doig.
I'm a little bit of a weeb.
Weep, weep, weep.
Dweeb Swift.
I'm a Chad.
You're so not a Chad.
I'm a Chad.
You're so not
I've
a...
decided. You can't tell me I'm not.
Have you seen...
Labels are something we assign to ourselves.
Have you seen Giga Chad?
You mean me?
No, search Giga Chad.
Okay, sure. But only for you. I think you'll find it's pronounced Geiger. Whoa! Look at this man. He's made of granite. Is he real? Look at him. His body, like, shrivels into nothingness at the bottom. How does his body exist? Oh, I see. He's pulled his pants down to reveal his, what do you call it? The trail, the snail trail. It's called something more alluring than a snail trail, but because just the lowness of his trousers on his hips for a second made it look like his body was super elongated and weird.
Chemtrail.
But he's just pulled it down to try and make himself more alluring. Who is this man? Oh,
I think he's a Russian model.
I think he's maybe. I'm like, is he too buff for me? I don't know.
Do you mean to you, like, your tastes?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I think no, I'm not into it. I'm not into it. I'm into some of the pictures with soft lighting, but then you see the pictures where it's like harsher lighting and he's got a billion veins. And I'm like, ah. His abs are so pronounced. It's like they've been photoshopped on. They're so pronounced. They're like ridiculously pronounced. Like you could use them as coat hooks.
Use what as coat hooks?
His abs.
Oh, okay.
I'm not boob shaming. I mean, he's magnificent. I'm sure the fact that he's called Giga Chad is a good illustration of how embraced he is. Did you guys see the video of the very buff man with a very toned chest? And he pokes one of his man boobs and it just squishies like a boob. I learned something I never knew, which is that even if you work out and get very pronounced pectoral muscles, they're not hard all the time. If you don't tense them, they're just boobs, and you poke them and they squish and wobble.
That's how muscles work.
Yeah, but I'd never seen it before. Like, whenever you see buff dudes, they're always like kind of tensing. So it always looks like those pectorals are going to be rock hard, but they're actually like super soft and flobberdy. They can do the jiggle trick, but I assumed there was like a pad of muscle underneath that was going to be like hard, and then there would be like the layer of like soft skin and potentially fat on the outer surface. I didn't expect it to be soft all the way through.
How do you think? Okay, but you have muscles.
I do.
And your muscles aren't hard all the time.
Well, it's hard because I'm very bony. So when I feel my arm,
you feel the bone.
I feel the bone.
Oh, okay. Right, okay.
I don't have like enough body mass outside of my skeleton to like be able to tell
where the muscles begin and end.
Mm-hmm. How about leg muscles? They are very soft, but then Doig's legs are super hard all the time to like an almost unnerving degree.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
They are. So I assumed it was just because I hadn't worked out very much.
I'm surprised I still have the calf muscles that I have.
Me too. What are you doing to maintain them? Nothing. What is this? This disparity. I like squat for like 2 months in a row and mine are still soft. And you do nothing all day and have like rock hard legs for no reason.
I have to carry this thing around and pick it up the stairs.
Don't believe it. Don't believe it. You're clickbait.
What do you mean you are clickbait? It's like I have to carry around 4 times the mass all the time.
Something ain't right.
Maybe not 4. I don't think you're like 25 kilograms.
No, definitely not.
I don't know how many kilograms I am. That was a complete guess on my part.
I wish that my strong legs and arms had stayed around a bit longer. They're still pretty strong, but they're strong because of my willpower and tenacity rather than because of my muscle strength. I'm like a shonen character. I get my power from my will, not from my actual muscles.
Oh my god.
You know it's true.
You should. They're saying you should lift me.
Yeah, the difference between me and you, Doig, is that I don't quit when I'm fighting you, and that's why I win all the time.
Okay. I'm too big and clumsy to, like...
I'm so fast and small and stabby.
Yeah. I'm too big and clumsy to keep, like, continue a fight with you.
Swift does 5 burpees. Oh shit! You've given me exercise. What are you doing? Trying to kill me? Exercise me? After the week I've had of not doing exercise? This might kill me. Alright, I'll do it. Give me a sec.
Also, if I, like, if I try and move quickly to, like, block one of your jabs, I end up getting hurt because I'm too soft and squishy, and your stabby knuckles just get me.
It's called losing.
It's called not wanting to hurt myself.
It's called losing to a Chad.
Yeah, alright.
No, I get it. I have found that you are weak to piercing damage.
Yeah.
So piercing damage is what I use rather than bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
You're resistant to the bludgeons.
Yeah.
And you don't have enough sharp appendages to be able to return piercing damage.
Oh, I do. I just don't.
Your fingers aren't sharp enough to do piercing damage. They're big blunt objects. No!
Take that back.
Ah! No! Never. Ah. Never. Ow. I got pierced.
All over my body.
Why are we attacking each other so much? It's just the way we are. We're fighty people. Or I'm a fighty person and Doig's learned to live with it. I have a lot of aggression that I have to take out physically through tussling matches.
Yeah, I'm not.
I'm just aggressive all the time. I just love play fighting, it's really fun. Okay, I better go do them burpees.
Imagine you'd had siblings.
It would have been great. We would have been fighting all the time. I wouldn't have had to invite my friends over to fight. Like,
You invited your friends over to fight.
yeah, that's generally what. Yeah, that's generally what my friends and I did when I invited them over. Is I would want to fight. Genuinely, I had several different games that involved us beating each other up.
Oh dear. Nothing, I just looked at you.
Why did you laugh? By looking at
Because you're a little funny looking.
What do you mean I'm not funny looking?
You are a little funny looking.
Look at me. Hold on. What do you mean?
You were just smiling, it was nice. You are a little funny looking though. You look a little funny. It means exactly what I'm saying. You look like you. I looked at you and I laughed. You're a little funny looking. Now you're doing burpees and you're really funny looking. Are you gonna put your hat on the right way around now? Yeah, you did. Bri, if you're here, you know the witch's hat you both got. You know how like it goes back and like the points backwards. India until now has been wearing it and the point was like going forwards.
I just needed to put it on this morning because the sun was coming through the window and I couldn't see the screen. Thank you for the burpees, Your Majesty. Thank you for the burpees, Your Majesty. Your Majesty, it sounds like you had a friend that was very much like me. I just love fighting.
Yeah. No, I think you like winning.
I like winning, but I like the struggle too. It's so fun.
What do you think it is about that you enjoy? Because you don't like inflicting pain, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, I just like the
just
physical
checking.
exertion of it. It's just fun. Fighting's cool. What do you want me to say, man?
Nothing, you're fine.
I am fine. Everything's fine. I'm having a tea break from this cross-hatching. Look, you see, I like it. I'm looking at the page zoomed out and there's all kinds of like weird patterns emerging from the cross-hatching from where I pushed down harder by accident. And I kind of dig it. If I enjoyed causing pain, I would not be lawful good. I would be full on, like, lawful evil. He just thinks it's neat. I do. I just think it's neat. I'd love to get back to doing some kind of physical activity again. Outside of work. Like, a sport. Like, I'd love to get back into roller derby or, like, basketball or tennis or just something where I get to, like, either play on a team or compete and do something physical. I love that shit. I'm not a very athletic person, but I have vivacity and enthusiasm and I enjoy doing it, so I should do martial arts. I don't like doing martial arts anymore because when you do martial arts when you're a girl, no one fights you seriously. Everyone holds back on you or you just get paired with other girls.
What if we did martial arts together?
I feel like
I wouldn't hold back.
I feel like if we would have organised actual matches, I mean, I'd be up for that, it'd be really fun, but I think it would descend into other stuff pretty quickly if we were wrestling one another. I can use tactics on you that I can't use on anyone else, let's just say that.
Right. What are you talking about? What would descend into what stuff?
Well, like, let's say, for example, that you have me in a hold and I can't get out of it.
Yeah.
And then I kiss you to get the element of surprise. And then I win.
But you wouldn't be able to kiss me in a
Depends what kind of
martial
hold
arts.
it is. Well, I would, because that would be the rule I'd be able to bend fighting you.
Not in a class you wouldn't be able to.
Oh, what you mean in front of other people?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we could do it in front of other people, but I mean, I would still run into the same problem that I just described. Like, having you also be in the class would change nothing.
Why?
What do you mean? Why do you think that I'd suddenly start being paired up with dudes if you were in the class?
No, you would pair up with me, but you wouldn't be able to use those tactics. And I wouldn't hold back, and you would get the feeling that, like...
But I don't want to pair up with just one person all the time.
Okay.
If we were in a class. Like, half the point is that everybody has different strengths and weaknesses and different fighting styles and things that they're good at. And you want to fight as many different people as possible so that you can, like, learn how to counteract, like, someone who is good at this or that.
Yeah, but I would change over time.
I feel like you get better at the stuff you want to get better at and worse at the stuff you didn't practice, but, like, once I figure out a tactic to beat you...
No, I would go from big old grapple, like, clumsy bear into a whippersnap Bruce Lee fighter.
But what if I want to fight someone really spry and small and fast?
I would become that. I'm not that big.
You're just going to mold yourself into whatever
Yeah.
opponent I desire.
Yeah.
Like Flubber. A single paddle you put guys in your class, that's awesome. I had a few bad experiences trying to do martial arts in Dublin. Like, in one class, a guy just would keep trying to flirt with me, and whenever we sparred one another, he would, like, put me in holes for an unnecessarily long amount of time or, like, lift me up and stuff. And I didn't really get put with... Like, whenever I was put with dudes, there was this air of, oh, I'll go easy on you, or I'll hold back to make sure I don't hurt you. And it drove me up the fucking wall. It's like, how am I supposed to get better if you're not going to take me seriously? Or you're, like, impeding my progress by not giving me a good fight.
Can we just return to the fact that there was someone who was flirting with you and would hold you and pick you up?
You knew this. I told you this.
I didn't know they were flirting with you. All you ever told me about that was that they went easy on you, or like...
I told you that the reason I left was because I got too uncomfortable with them, like, constantly, like, picking me up. And being weird about it.
That fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Were they just like another student, or were they like the person like taking...
Yeah, they were just another student.
What a fucking asshole.
I know.
Like, picking you up wasn't part
Like,
of
I'm not
what you were
here.
supposed to be doing.
Like, I might be here to make friends, but I'm like not here for anything really other than learning to do this and have fun. I should have elbowed his nose. I was so tempted, but I would have felt super bad. Because, you know, it's always a thing of, oh, you're overreacting.
Fuck that! Someone picks you up and it's not part of what you're meant to be doing.
Well, like, it is, because it's like, to throw people, you have to pick them up. You just don't generally, like, keep them in that position for a long time.
Was
in
he
a, like,
trying
playfully flirtatious way. Like, it's like, just fucking throw me if you're gonna throw me.
I'm flabbergasted.
It's never anything you can really call out without looking like you're an insane person. Is the problem.
You're saying it now and
I know, but you say it in a class when the other person's there and the other person's like, I was just throwing you. Geez, what of an overreaction.
I'm so angry.
And then they're spiteful and awkward towards you and you look like you've overreacted in front of everyone. You know, it's really hard to call that stuff out.
Yeah.
Oh, you meaning to pick up artist? Exactly, yeah. But I still really want to get out there and do some like competitive sports and stuff. Like, I'm a little wary of martial arts because of that, because it's a lot of like hand-to-hand stuff. And I just don't like the way that like dudes treat me when I'm there. Either with kid gloves or like that. But I would love to do something like, I don't know, anything. Badminton. Fucking go-karts. I don't know, like... some kind of active thing.
It's really annoying me that my brain is like, oh, well, that wouldn't happen if we went together. And it was like, that shouldn't happen at all.
Yeah, it would. Like, it would still happen if we went together. Unless you were like, and I'm her boyfriend. You know? But that would frustrate me as well.
That they would, like, if that
I
would be a
wouldn't-
deterrent, that shouldn't need to be a deterrent.
That you would need to, like, do that. Or they, like... I want to think they wouldn't do it because they would respect me as a person and, like, just not be like that. Not because they would do it if you weren't there, but you happen to be there, so they're not going to.
Yeah.
It just makes me feel like I have no power
yeah.
over how people treat me. Like, it doesn't matter what I think. What matters is my man there or not?
Fuck that.
Like, they're not deterred by me not wanting it to happen, but they are deterred by a dude who's with me not wanting it to happen. That's all.
Did you ever say, please don't pick me up like that?
No, I didn't. But I gave what I would consider signals that I wasn't super into it. I never, like, plumb straight out said, please don't pick me up anymore, though. Especially because, like I said, you needed to pick them up for the move we were doing.
Yeah. Shit.
You know? It's really hard to call out. Because, obviously, doing something where there's a lot of wrestling and judo moves where you have to, like, grab people and throw them and lift them up and stuff, give someone an excuse to do that kind of stuff. Under the guise of doing the moves. I accidentally hit him in the nuts a few times. I don't want to get in trouble, man. Ben says I had a situation where my mum was having a party and one of her friends was drunk and grabbed my butt. Oh my gosh! That must have been like an older lady as well. She straight up grabbed her friend's son's butt. Like, jeez! Jeez! Let's start our own fight club, hell yeah! I just want to fight people, man. I just want to fight people. I want to fight all kinds of people. I want to fight people who are, like, men, women, anything else. Like, I don't give a shit. I just want to fight. The fighting is the art. That's what we all need to care about. It's just the fighting. Doodle says, Inter, I'll fight you. I'd be scared to fight you, Bryony. You're so nice.
I've
What if you've got, like...
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead, Mike.
That's fine.
No, go on.
Nah.
I feel bad now. Go.
It's okay.
Please?
No.
Why?
You just can. It's the conversation's moved on.
No, it hasn't.
It has.
Say.
No.
Talk.
No.
Say something.
No.
Please?
No.
Oh, man.
Just let's keep going. I'm fine.
Now I feel like I ruined it.
What are we talking about now?
Fighting one another.
Fighting one another.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How does this movement look? Stop breathing your tea. You okay?
I did it again. I was thinking about how Ulu would be the final boss because he...
Because he has hiking legs.
He can also... Indeed, he can also do a pull-up. Coughing on me. Ulu can also do a pull-up. With his girlfriend, like, holding on to his
Whoa.
back.
No way, Ulu, really? Holy shit. That's incredible, dude. Oh my gosh. You get punched by Ulu, it'd be like being hit by a train with his girlfriend on it. That's incredible, though. Even just one. That's like a huge... That's so much weight. It's two humans. I'm still drinking tea. I'm not confronting this page. It's important that I drink tea. Doop 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 doop.
I'm sorry, I think I have to get rid of this panel.
But you love it so much.
No, I like this one better.
Fair enough. You must slay your children. That is how the saying goes. Remember that you can save this as a new version. So if you ever want to go back and revisit that drawing, you can. Kill your darlings. Murder your sweethearts.
It's V5 now.
Your Majesty says, one of my pet peeves is when people tell you how you feel, like they can somehow perceive it better than you. Slaughter the younglings, says Tib.
One of my pet peeves is when someone asks how are you feeling and you tell them you don't know and they're like, how can you not know how you're feeling?
Yeah, that sounds annoying. It sounds like an annoying person would ask you that.
Is that what disassociating is?
I don't know.
I need to look it up.
I think it's just that you've buried your feelings so deep, so deep that you cannot no longer access them. I think disassociative things, from what I understand, is when, for example, you'll see something traumatic and then your memory will kind of wipe that, or you'll go into a headspace where you're not really processing stuff anymore as a kind of defense mechanism.
Yeah. Alright.
Habbo says, my biggest pet peeve is you walk out the door and you see someone you know and they ask you how you are and you just have to say you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand. Habbo, that's a huge mood. So true. It's the easiest thing to say is I'm good or I'm fine, because no one wants you to no one wants you to be like, actually, kind of feel like I'm fucking everything up hugely. And I'm tired. This was a meme. Well, I'm going now, Habbo. You set me off. You can't stop me. I'm tired. I haven't eaten well in weeks or exercised because I'm stressed. And I'm dirty because I need to shower. And, like, I don't. No one wants to hear that.
Wait, I tagged back in. Are you
disassociating from my
Look,
rant?
I was reading up about it. I was like, oh, I didn't know about that.
But I do think saying that you're okay is an important way to grease the wheel of life, you know? Because actually, even if I'm stressed and stuff, when I step back and look at my life, I'm like supremely happy and excited about what I'm doing. So really, like, the stresses and everything can be put into perspective by that. I feel very lucky. Doesn't mean you can't sometimes complain, though. Sometimes you need a good rant to unleash the steam, loosen that steam valve.
I think I've have trouble processing really intense emotions.
Tip says disassociating to me is like, it feels like you're looking at a screen constantly. Like, it's not like you're really there. You're just observing your own life.
Hmm.
It's interesting. I get that feeling a lot. Like, sometimes I feel like I react to things instinctively because that's the way that I've been conditioned to react to them, rather than because that's genuinely how I feel. I used to worry about that a lot more, about whether I was being genuine, because I felt like I was acting all the time. But I think I made a lot of peace with it recently and come to realize that part of me is genuine and who I am as well. It's okay to be a complicated human being and have lots of other underlying thoughts. You don't have to just be like, I'm happy today. Happy is my emotion. That's what I am. You know, you can be happy to see someone and excited about something while at the same time being distracted by other stuff or stressed about things happening with your own life.
I remember talking to someone and they would just tell me things like, I'm sad. And I remember thinking...
Points for honesty.
No, it wasn't points for honesty. I remember thinking, like, that's such a simple way to describe how you are right now that it's really, like, simplistic and boring.
To ping back to what you were saying for a sec, not that thing that you just said, but the thing before that. You were saying you have trouble touching base with the more intense emotions.
Yeah, I think so.
Like your huge, unending love for me.
No, I don't have trouble with positive emotions.
You have trouble with negative emotions.
Yeah.
Are you still scared that you're gonna snap?
No, I'm just frustrated that I never have.
You feel like you would like to have snapped and had a cool story to tell about it.
No,
But you're coming to the reality that you're just a person who maybe, like, isn't gonna.
No, I'm just frustrated that, like, I didn't have a point in my life where the consequences of beating the shit out of someone would have been, like, detention rather than jail time and stuff. I just, like...
I mean, but
I wish I had got
just...
into more scraps and stuff as a kid.
Nah, you don't wanna. I got into scraps when I was a kid. And they are not cool or fun stories. They're really lame. I got into a fight with someone after school one time because he was being a dick to me. And the fight was us both trying to stay leg length away from each other while also trying to kick one another. And it went on for like 10 minutes. And it was really fucking lame. It was not exciting or cool.
I'm not looking for a cool story. I just think I just needed, like, a release valve.
I don't think your release
Somewhere.
valve should be other people, though.
Probably not.
Like, I don't think wishing that you'd beaten up more people because you were frustrated is like the right way to send that.
Maybe not.
I when we move to our own place, I'm gonna get you a punching bag.
Yeah.
And it'll be awesome. You can just take out your aggression on that punching bag and like a tape deck next to it that you can put like fucking motivational 80s music on.
Yeah, okay. That would be good.
Yeah, that'd be really fun. Hava says, I've disassociated in school a lot of times. The voices become slow motion. You're looking at something, you have no memory of what you're looking at even. Just a couple of seconds of that. You don't blink and stuff. Oh, wow. That's very different then. That's like, I've never experienced that. Just like you don't know what you're looking at for a second.
Do you ever have those dreams where like if you've been bullied or something, you dream about being bullied and you want to be able to stand up for yourself or retaliate in some way, but when you make the choice in the dream to do so and you try and hit them, like you're like, stop making me feel terrible about myself.
Yeah.
And you want to lash out, but
I do.
You feel like you were then in like treacle or slow motion.
Yeah,
and
like you're underwater.
Yeah,
Like
and
you're
you just
trying to put so
can't.
much force behind the punch, but it just like doesn't. Oh, I hate that. I hate that. I hate it. I know you think that feeling. I hate it. I can feel it in my arms when I think about it.
Yeah, so I had those dreams, and I still feel like I have the anger for those times. Just still, like, I've never worked through that
But what are you angry at, Doig?
myself, mostly.
Why?
For being the kind of person that would let that happen to me.
That what happened to you?
Like verbal and physical abuse in school. For not just like putting a stop to it, for just tolerating it for...
Do you think that beating up the people would have put a stop to it? Can you not think of any other way that you could have stopped that from happening other than hitting people? Like, it's almost like you're frustrated that you didn't exert your manliness enough.
No, I think maybe what I could have done is rather than be silent, I could have just... I don't know. I think I could have just been like, this doesn't affect me, or... I don't know what works. I never found a solution in India. I just went through however many years just tolerating it.
The person you need to be angry at about that is not yourself. Like, people calling you names and making your life miserable is not your fault. That's on them. They were the ones being dicks to you. You don't deserve to feel bad about the way you handled it, because I think that you handled it the best way. Sometimes simply telling people that you're having a problem, like teachers, is only going to make things worse. And hitting someone and punching someone, no matter how much they deserve it, like, it's never going to make you feel better. It's going to make you have to live with the guilt of that memory forever. You handled it the best way you could, and you shouldn't be mad at yourself about it. You're a good person. You did a good job. They were the a-holes.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think it's your fault they were bullying you? Why do you think it's up to you to put a stop to them being assholes?
That's a good question. I feel like they were only that way to people they thought they could get away with it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really want to be that kind of person.
You don't want to be Ang.
Ang? I'm nowhere near Ang. What are you talking about?
Ang, he's like a pacifist. If someone, like, is mean to him, he just lets it slide off.
Does he though?
Yeah, apart from that one time people took his bison. But yeah, I think you did the right thing, Doig. Like, yeah, they were picking on people who they thought they could get away with it. And yeah, they got away with it with you, if by getting away with it you mean they lived their lives knowing they were shitty people. But
I don't know if people necessarily do.
well,
Knowing they were shitty people. I think
I don't
they just
either.
get on with their lives and forget about it, and it doesn't really matter to them.
I don't think that's true. I can't say it's the same for everyone, but like I participated in a small bit of bullying when I was in high school. Like our friend group split and kind of rivaled against one another. And I participated in doing and saying some mean things to someone who used to be my friend. And I never forgot that. I still feel guilty about it, even after I've apologized directly to them, like years later. Even now, I don't feel good about it. I feel like I was a shitty person. I wish I could have been better, you know? It's not your fault, Doig.
Kurzik is saying, I think of that time one guy in high school kept throwing crayons at me at my work during art class. I told him to stop multiple times, asked the teacher for help, nothing. Eventually I got up and put my hands to his throat. Bastard left me alone after that mess. Kurzik says they used to regret it, but now I look back and think that fucker deserved it.
Well, you know, that's the other perspective. Is maybe you do stand up for yourself and it works out and you're like, yes. It was good I did that. Now they'll think twice about doing it to other people. But I definitely don't think it's something you should beat yourself up over, Doig.
I think it's just like years of swallowing the anger, kind of just frustration still there.
Man, I wish I could hug that frustration away. You're a good person. You don't deserve to be frustrated at yourself. You beat yourself up way too much. You're always like, oh, I'm not making any cool stuff. And look at you fucking storyboarding something. You have like 70 projects on the go at the same time.
Yeah, none of them are done though.
There will be. But everything takes time. Doig, you're amazing. And I wish that you felt as amazing as you are.
I do feel pretty cool.
Do you?
Yeah.
I'm glad. You are.
I'm not impervious to my own sense of self-worth. I don't think like less of myself than through this. It's not like I'm like, oh, I'm a terrible person. I deserve to be treated that way. Woe is me. I just feel like, man, if I'd just fucking thrown a punch, maybe I would have had a happier time in school. Maybe I would have had friends. Maybe I wouldn't have, like, spent the entirety not knowing how to talk to people. Maybe all of those maybes.
Okay, well, here's a radical take. You didn't. And that's it.
And
So you might as well stop getting hung up on it.
Right.
Because what happened. The way it happened. And it's over. It's been over for like 20 years. So let it go.
Let it go. Let it go.
So you have a bunch of cool friends now and people who love you. I wouldn't say you ended up in such a bad place.
I've ended up in a great place, for sure.
So don't worry about it. Have a drink.
Have a drink, huh?
I just have a drink. Don't worry about it. You know, maybe you'd have punched them and then have stumbled backwards and tripped over and then rolled down a hill and got run over by a car. And you would have been like, no! That would have been awful. And maybe you would have punched them and then you would have kissed.
I should have made friends with them.
Shoulda, woulda,
That's what I
coulda.
should have done.
How? How would you have imposed your friendship upon them?
I don't know.
You could write "Fren" on your knuckles and then punch them with it. Sorry, the chat's not broken. I just got very into chatting to Mike. Also, I know it's like much later than when you said this, but you totally were way for calling me out on how slow I am at cross-hatching. I took a break to have some tea and chat. Overlord JC, thank you so much for the raid.
Oh, hey. Welcome in. We're just talking about we're talking about
Bullies.
high school frustration
And regrets.
of not punching the bullies.
A single petal says you could be like me when I was in school getting bullied by a girl. I ended up throwing a chair at them. I didn't feel bad. I still don't.
I think a large part of it was like
Aw.
of like wishing that sort of like seeing red like lack of like getting so angry that you lose control. I've never done that.
And you want to.
No, I don't want to. I just always kind of thought that that's what happens,
It's not.
but it's not.
It's
Yeah.
a myth.
Yeah.
It's an excuse people use to try and get out of taking responsibility for doing something harmful to people. It's to say, I just saw red.
The Steam stuff is broken again. Okay, let me...
Ula said, Doig is awesome. I was in voice chat yesterday, but I didn't know what to say to him. His cool power was too strong.
Say what?
Ula said, I was in voice chat yesterday, but I didn't know what to say to Doig because his cool power was too strong.
No.
Oh,
I think we build each other up in our own heads, and we're only intimidated by ourselves.
yeah.
You can say whatever you want
Tib says,
to me, Olu.
Tib says, as someone who did fight back, let me tell you what happens next. They kill your spaz and keep attacking. I mean, there's lots of different perspectives in chat, which is really helpful. Like, some people fought back and it didn't do anything. Some people fought back and it solved the problem. Some people, like, didn't fight back and think that's, like, probably the right thing to do. Like, there's as many different answers as there are different people. How was your stream, by the way, Overlord JC?
The context of this as well is that like twice a week during that time I was studying karate, which is very much like use in self-defense, don't be an aggressor. And so like part of that was like just like wishing of like, can you just throw one punch?
You want an excuse?
Yeah, like just give me an excuse to defend myself. So I was like this ball of cold anger sitting in class, just trying to learn.
You see, I don't know about you, but there were lots of times when I was like, if they just do this, I'll do that. And then they would do that, and I would be like, yeah, but if they do this, then I'll do that. Like, even if they provoked me, I was still really nervous about actually fucking punching someone. You know?
A lot of the bullying that I had was verbal and just like incessant, and the only times it ever got physical, I fucking lashed out. And like when I was really small, like there was a time like a kid pushed me out of, as I said, there's a kid pushed me out of line, and I went and kicked him.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
What did he do?
He went and cried and told on me.
And then what happened?
He never bullied me again.
Did you get in trouble?
No.
Why not? Was the teacher like, he looks at you, looks at the kid, shrugs, yeah, fair enough.
Pretty much. Like, if you're a well-behaved kid and one thing happens, you don't get in trouble. I was never scared of getting in trouble.
I think it depends a lot, though. It depends on the teachers as well as you and the kid.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because if you have a bad teacher, then there's absolutely a chance that you'll get in trouble. For it, absolutely.
I was never scared of getting in trouble.
I was.
That
Because
wasn't
I was a goody two-shoes.
part of anything that like held me back.
Overlord JC said definitely going to get some breakfast now. But also said, great stream, had fun making fighting game art. That sounds awesome. Heck yeah. Your fighting game art with your own characters? Or are you making a fighting game?
Are you making a fighting game?
Are you making a fighting game?
Can you share any of it? Can we see?
I was like one of those kids who was like absolutely the teacher's pet and a complete goody two-shoes, but really wanted to be a rebel.
Yeah.
So I would keep trying to do risky things, but also be constantly terrified that I was going to get caught because I didn't want to get in trouble. Like, I remember this time that we were sat in like a little study room, me and my friends, and there was a door out of the... There was a window in the study room that led out onto the roof. And I was like, I'm totally going onto the roof because I want to see what it's like on the roof. And so I climbed out the window, went onto the roof, and my friends shut the window behind me. And I immediately was like, no! So scared of getting in trouble all the time. I wanted so bad to be edgy, but I was like the opposite. I'm the opposite. I'm the same person I am now. I'm the opposite of edgy.
You little goof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted so bad to be like, ugh, I'm a dark gothic girl.
If you're
live on the edge.
if you're new here, you've not been here before. One of the projects we recently worked on was
Hello.
called The Mystic Crystal. It's a music video for Ninja Sex Party. They put out a 12-minute comedy song about wizards and being knights and traveling through a thing. And we
Traveling
were
through
two
a
of the Knights of
thing.
the Light Table. India was the director for the animated segments. I was color designer. I think we have this command if you want to watch it.
Please check it out.
Please check it out.
Please check it out and look forward to our next project. I like it when
You're
I like it when they say that during game conferences when they're talking to the Japanese game developers, and there's a saying where it's like, please look forward to the release of this game. And it's just very sweet to think of them asking people to look forward to it.
They really much say kind of like, part of me was frustrated. It was like they say things that are really obvious and you want to like learn something new, but they're like, yes, you have all been playing the Switch for 5 years and we continue to put out games for it. I'm like, tell me something I don't know. But when they are like sincerely like, we hope you look forward to playing our game, it's just like, oh yeah, okay.
Oh, I was just meaning more like there seems to be a phrase in Japan which is please look forward to like our next piece of work, and I just think that's like a very cute, nice phrase. I like the thought behind that.
Would you like to adopt it?
Yeah,
Yeah, let's adopt that then.
I mean, I do.
Please look forward to our next piece of work. Yeah, it feels nice. Like anticipation. It's a lot better than like buy my shit. What is your next piece of work? Well, it's a storyboard of a metaphor about honing your craft and sharpening your sword.
And mine will be this comic,
Oh yeah.
and then also probably a trailer for it, which I'm sure I'll find time for at some point in my life. Hopefully before the release of the book.
Hopefully. Yeah, so India's working on her comic, which is going to be an 128-page graphic novel released by a publisher,
An actual publisher.
which is super exciting. We've only ever been self-published before this. But stars have aligned, and it's going to be real cool. So we just stop throwing Jaffa cakes at us.
No, don't stop. Addicted to the shindig.
I'll buy your ship if it holds any water. Surely a good ship doesn't
I don't
hold
know what-
water.
That's true, you don't want water in your ship. Thank you, Kozak. Have we got all our rewards back on now?
I think
Is a good
I
luck money
think
hole
so.
back?
I think the good luck money hole is back.
Oh,
yeah.
thank goodness. Whew. It's the most important reward. Yo, Emlet gave you some squats.
Ah, he said he would.
The man of his word.
Calm down, Squats. How am I not calm?
He yells from the back of the room.
2, 3,
He's doing them.
4. What?
I just saying, telling him that you were doing them.
I'm doing them.
Baron Battle says, these 3D avatars are blowing my mind. I've never seen nothing like this before.
I built them.
Doig said he built them. Yeah, so these are our little bird and bear personas. And Mike has made 3D models of them and hooked them into like chat so you guys can control them. In fact, if you type dab or joy with an exclamation point before it,
Hello.
then it will
Hello.
make the bear do stuff. Yeah, and he can control him too. So we're in the process, like they're still not finished. We're in the process of giving the bird bones and giving them both animation sets. So eventually they'll hopefully be like fully controllable by us, and chat will be able to do stuff too. And it's gonna be cute.
And you can eat the Jaffa cakes.
So Darkvault, I'm going to read this because it's a long message, so it's probably important. Darkvault said, okay, here's my little story. That guy bullied me for years, and I am the quiet guy in class. One of the usual days of him just throwing insults at me, I had enough and threw one of the insults back at him. He got mad and demanded to fight me after class. I obliged. It lasted a single slap in my face. I blacked out for a moment, and I left to take the rest of my break. A teacher saw that I had a red face and asked me how I got that. All I had to say was his name. I have never seen him since. Wait, what did the teacher do to him?
They made
Wait, did the teacher straight up
disappear?
I made my family disappear. That teacher is a vigilante. You don't know what you did. You gave a criminal's name to Batman.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you told by Batman? Batman doesn't kill though.
He
Except
doesn't.
for in certain Snyder.
He doesn't kill on screen. Many people die by falling off things off screen or like in the background, but he doesn't directly kill.
We've been followed by Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Pieces!
Yeah.
Sponsor us, Reese's. And send us lots of peanut butter cups, because that's how sponsorships work. Give us money and peanut butter cups.
And
then we'll shout your name intermittently every now and then. To our huge audience of 82 people. Imagine how many Reese's Pieces that they could buy. At least 82. Yeah, I think high school is an awful place. It's terrible.
High school never ends.
And I think a lot of the people who came out having had a great time probably also have a lot of guilt about how they treated other people in high school.
Do you reckon? I don't know if they do. I don't think they're human.
I don't know. Maybe you're just like...
I'm just kidding.
I want to believe in the best in everybody. But yeah, high school is a terrible place.
Why do you think it's a terrible place? Like, what is it about putting teenagers together?
It's not
in
just the
social
teenagers.
Hierarchy.
It's not just the teenagers, it's the adults too. It's the way that... It's so many things, you know? It's the kids who are assholes because they were raised to believe certain things that are harmful to other people. Or raised so they feel like they have to prove themselves by being super aggressive to other people. It's those kids. It's the adults who like don't care about kids but want the money of it, you know, want to do teaching anyway, or got stuck in the job. You know, the bad teachers. It's the whole structure which is like just incredibly dated now.
Do you think
it's the way that assignments are structured? It's so many things. The age is a huge part of it. It's just like you're at the age where you kind of want to kick a lot of shit around. You know, you got a lot of feelings and aggression that you want to take out. You want chaos.
You want chaos.
Yeah, you
want to rebel.
You want to be treated like an adult, but you're stuck in a place that treats you consistently like a kid.
And here I thought it was a place to learn.
It's that last.
It was that first for me. I just went to school to learn. That was it.
I mean, in terms of what you get out of it.
Oh.
It feels like the thing I remember least about school is what I learned there.
Oh, sorry, Habbo. I know that you had bad experiences.
Mm-hmm.
Way worse than anything I ever got.
Yeah, I get you, Habbo. We can all agree that high school... Well, I'm assuming we can all agree. I have yet to check the chat that high school is shit. See you, Habbo. You have a great day.
I had a really cool teacher in high school who taught math. And we were talking a little bit about it yesterday, about how storytelling can help elevate teachers. And he definitely was a storyteller and a comedian as well. He had his kind of stand-up comedy vibe and routine to him. And he'd been teaching for decades by the point we got him. I think he retired a year or two after I left high school. He was fucking fantastic.
Oh, amazing. Yeah, shout out to all the good teachers. High school is hell, but you made it bearable. Because I'm sure everyone had those too. One or two really good teachers who were effing awesome and cool and made the experience not so bad.
I just absentmindedly drew a muscular arm. This is meant to be your arm.
Sounds right.
Asking me for suit. No.
Both of our English teachers were really good. The drama teacher was really good. The A-level art teacher was really good. The media studies teacher was really good. And I feel like the math teacher, I was too hard on. I think she was very, very strict and probably didn't like me very much. But I do think she was she genuinely cared about her, because I was drawing all the time during maths class.
Oh.
My entire maths book was just full of drawings and me not listening. The only time I paid attention was when we played a game to do with maths. Caribbean fisherman.
A good teacher would have responded to that. And
she should have played games with us all the time.
Yeah.
Constant Caribbean fisherman is the only way I learn.
What's Caribbean fisherman?
I've forgotten now, but it was really cool. It was a game where you were a Caribbean fisherman and you had to choose how many nets to put out to catch fish. And then there would be a series of dice rolls and you would see how many fish you got at the end of the day. And then it was about being able to make money with those fish. It was super fucking cool. I mean, the fact that the only thing I remember about maths class is the time that a kid walked out of a closet in the middle of the class and Caribbean fisherman tells you a lot about what sank in during that class.
A kid walked out of... What?
So, we had the classroom, right? The maths classroom was a classroom with one door to go in and out. One entrance, one exit. It had a whiteboard at the front, a bunch of desks, and then in the corner, it had a supply cupboard, a supply closet. It wasn't a cupboard. It was a standing closet.
Oh.
Right?
So it wasn't built in. It was
self-standing.
Just
a self-standing cupboard.
Okay.
With the only door in the classroom was the door to come in and out of the classroom. And one maths period, we got 20 minutes into the maths class, and a boy just opened the cupboard door and walked out of the cupboard across the classroom in front of the teacher and in front of all of us, because it was on the opposite side to the door, and just walked out of the door. And we were all like, what? He was in there the whole time. And perhaps the best thing is that the maths teacher didn't really react. She kind of watched him go and then just tried to continue. Yeah. I don't know what happened to this day. I don't know what the story was there. But, yeah, I still remember it.
I knew a kid who tried to steal eggs from the home ec department.
Why? To egg something.
I guess to egg something, but we had I was in his class in home ec and I was in his next class in geography, and he I saw him the entire class of home ec just like putting eggs into his trouser pockets.
Into his trouser pockets, oh no!
Yeah, you can see where this
I
is
can
going.
see where this is going.
So throughout all of the next period, I was just staring
Yeah, just waiting.
at the back of this kid's head.
Like, you know a train's coming, but you don't know when it's arriving, so you're just waiting.
So I'm just like looking at, like, he sat 3 chairs in front of me in the next class, and I'm just staring at him, like at the back of his head. And like 15, I saw him like shuffle in his chair, and like 15 minutes class, his hand slowly goes up, and he's just sort of like, sir, can I go to the bathroom? And the teacher's like, oh yeah,
I'm ovulating.
Sure. And like he got up and he just sort of like sheepishly sauntered his way out of it, and he left like a trail of yolk.
Oh my gosh. But people wouldn't have known that it was yolk. So what they would have seen was a strange viscous clear liquid with bits of yellow in it.
Yeah.
Coming off this dude. Oh my gosh, what an idiot. What an idiot.
Well,
I love it.
I think the hand that slowly went up like was also the one that he'd used to check his pocket.
Was it all wet? Oh, come on, dude. At least wipe it before you raise it.
Yeah.
It reminds me of something that the kids used to do in class for a little bit, which is they would spray their hand with a copious amount of aerosol spray and then set it on fire and raise it during class.
So what did you say? They set their
hand on fire and put the hand up.
Are you kidding me? What kind of fucking school did you go to?
Dude, like, I told you we were put on special measures. Our school was a mess. There were people driving bikes inside. It was a free-for-all. But yeah, like, a couple of the guys realised that if you sprayed enough aerosol on your hand, you could get it up before it, like, burnt you, because it would burn away the alcohol first.
Yeah.
And so there was, like, a couple of weeks where you'd just be in the middle of class and someone would put their hands up and it would just be on fire. Amazing. Yeah, our school was a special place. Full of terrible memories.
Holy shit, India.
Yeah.
A couple of weeks, kids in my class set their hand on fire.
I mean, it was better than the effing, like, what was the class called? Home economic class? Where you, like, stitch things together? Because kids would stitch their fingers together, their hands together, and then call the teacher over and be like, Miss, I stitched my hands together.
With what they would, like, put needles through the edges of their fingers.
Yeah, just through, like, the very surface level of skin.
Yeah, no,
like,
no,
come on, guys.
I saw that, yeah.
Oh.
I have 2 more stories about that same kid.
Okay, go.
I know he actually shared birthdays with me, which is, yeah. Okay, which one first? In science class, I partnered up with him, and we were doing something with, like, I think it was like acid or something that would react to it, and we were supposed to put them into these chest tubes and put in different amounts to see what the reaction was. but he just stuffed a whole bunch into one test tube and sat and was really looking forward to, he's waiting for the reaction, and it was so underwhelming that he picked up the test tube, put his thumb over the top, and shook it violently, and you could see it just go and then go all the way up to his finger, his thumb, and then he was and so he let his thumb off a little bit, and he just sprayed me from head to toe.
What?
With this green liquid.
Dude, what?
Yeah.
Was it not acidic, corrosive?
I think it was acid based.
I'm assuming if he had his thumb over it, he can't have done that much
It wasn't
damage.
going to kill us, no.
Yeah.
But it did turn my red sweater spotted green. I had to get a new one.
Oh my gosh.
This same kid fell asleep in class and impaled his face on his pencil.
Dude.
He was holding his pencil point up and fell asleep on it.
Oh god, no. That sounds so painful. Poor dude, jeez.
Did I get superpowers? No.
Our science teacher was pretty cool. We gave him a really hard time when I was in school, but he didn't deserve it. He was just so enthusiastic and into what he was teaching, which was wonderful. But of course, being kids at the time, we were all but he was really funny. Not deliberately. There was a time when it was the end of year just before Christmas, and he was I'm going to show you something really cool because it's the end of year, to show you what science can do. And he was going to make an explosion, a mini controlled explosion in the room.
Wait, what?
Yes. So
he was going to show you what would do?
Oh, I don't remember the name of the experiment. It wasn't meant to be super dangerous. It was essentially, it was going to make a fireball that would go up to the ceiling and disperse. So he had us all in a circle round him, 10 feet back or something, while he had this little beaker in the middle, and he'd put a circle of stools around it so that we couldn't walk forward into the area of effect, and he dropped one liquid into another and then made to run away, but he fell backwards over all the stools when he was trying to get away. So there was just this explosion and the teacher falling backwards over a bunch of stools.
Oh my god.
Oh, he was great though. He really cared about what he was teaching, which was cool.
We had to get disciplined on our geography trip for being nuisances in the town that we were staying in.
Oh no. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Sucks for the town.
Whatever Swiss town had to put up with us.
Jeez, yeah.
That was the same trip that a bunch of... Actually, I think the same kid.
Oh, who is this kid? I mean, don't dox him. Don't.
I won't dox him. His name is...
this kid is has all the stories.
He hid a bunch of firecrackers and a teddy bear to smuggle it back.
This kid is wild.
And so there was a huge room search because one person set off firecrackers in the hotel we were staying in. Which
so your teachers knew
of Metal Slug 3 or something.
Oh, dude!
In the common room, it was awesome.
That's rad.
He set it off. Or someone set off some of them. That's what they spent their trip to Annecy doing, was buying explosives.
Of course.
I, on the other hand, bought a small cylindrical object that when you turned it over, it went moo.
Ooh, a man of culture.
Yeah. I should have went to the topless swimming pool instead. Anyway, he also bought a teddy and stuffed the teddy full of all these firecrackers. He
could have bought something less attention grabbing than a teddy bear, I think.
Actually, was this that same kid, or was it I think it was maybe a different kid.
Behold, the hatching is complete.
Yeah, I think it might have been a different kid. But yeah, he managed to smuggle it back and then set the whole thing off.
Oh my gosh.
In school.
That sounds about the level of our school, to be fair. crazy stuff wasn't happening every day in our school.
I wish.
And it sounds
Too,
exciting, but it wasn't. It was mostly just hell. But hey, I survived and I made like one of my best friends there, so.
Yeah. Did you reply to them the other day?
I forgot. But I will do that now that I'm not like in complete deadline mode. I'm still kind of, but storyboarding work is off today, so.
Is that why we're running for 3 hours for this stream?
Yes, because I meant to be working on my comic, so it's not, you know.
So it's what you're doing.
That's what I'm doing. I am going to say that we should end the stream now, though, because I want to go and have a bath and get clean.
Okay. Jeez, it's 11:45.
Oh, geez, we need to go. Please invite this kid to a stream. Do you like know where he is?
Do I know where he is?
Yeah, the kid. I'd just be interested to know what became of him.
I mean, I think he tried to friend me on Facebook. He was an alright sort. Thanks for the follow.
Thanks so much. Thanks to everyone who followed this stream. We really appreciate it.
Where's my cursor? Oh, it's over
Ula
here.
said we made our teachers cry a lot. I think we're the worst class in history.
Oh shit, Ula.
Oh man, we made our teacher. It wasn't our history teacher. We made our teacher cry once, and I felt so bad about it. It's like blazed into my memory because it was like one of the moments where I think I realized, oh, teachers are human.
You didn't know that.
I mean, I did, but there's like a separation between adults and kids that's kind of pushed on you, where you feel like there's this hard line that you're going to cross at some point, where you're going to suddenly have answers and know what you're doing, and that's what being an adult is. Which is completely false. There is no hard line between being an adult and a kid. I still feel the same as I did like 10 years ago. I'm still a dumbass. But that was, I think, the point where I realized, oh, they're just like us. Like, it's not like they have some amazing emotional armor that they can put up. You know? It sucked. I was like, oh, we are assholes. We are dicks. They're like just coming in here to do their job, and we are making their lives miserable, and it sucks.
I just want to show you the profile picture of the kid as he is now on
Okay,
Facebook.
only show me though.
Yeah, I'm only going to show you. You have to look over. It's on this screen.
Oh, jeez. All right. Well, he looks like he's doing okay for himself. He's like, he looks like he's just come out of a weed stupor. He's like leaning back on a chair, looking down at the camera from like, the camera's at a low angle, like he's accidentally turned it on. And he's like leaning against a chair, looking down at it with like a spliff in his mouth and half-hooded eyes, like he's just woken up. Doing well.
Yeah.
I like that he chose that as his profile picture too.
Yeah,
he was like, "This is the best representation of myself."
I think it's probably tongue in cheek a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't without smarts.
He got the humor. Yeah, exactly. They're just that was the point when I realized that they are human. I wish that there wasn't such a line drawn between kids and adults in terms of kids growing up thinking that adults know best, adults know what they're doing, listen to your elders, respect your elders, because it really does create this weird barrier where you kind of don't see them as people almost.
It's competitive,
kid.
You know, like it's like, oh, I'm gonna like, you know, best the adult, rather than being like, let's work together. And
yeah, if I had understood that I could hurt people's feelings really badly and actually make them super upset by being that way in school, I wouldn't have. I was a little shit with no empathy. Anywho, time to go.
What's changed?
I have empathy now. I've grown it. I've developed empathy.
Try and do the right expression for you, like What are you gonna become? You're like Gib. Okay. So let's do like this sort of thing.
Hey. We have to go.
I have to go. Alright, let's figure out who we're gonna raid. If you're not followed yet, I would highly recommend that we're cool and that you could do that, and it's free and you could always choose not to.
Alright. Who are we gonna raid?
Cool people.
Who?
Cool people.
Name a person.
Top of the list is What If Julia. We haven't raided them in a while.
Let's do it.
Cool. Decision made. They're playing Dead by Daylight.
Oh, nice.
Cozy DBDBD and Dead by Daylight by Daylightin'? I don't know. But they're lovely. And, Palbro does their emotes. Palbro, are you going to be doing animated emotes for What If Julia? Palbro's not here.
Yeah, Palbro's probably went to bed a long time ago, but Palbro does What If Julia's emotes, and they're very cool.
Do do do. Wow.
Thank you guys for being here on the stream with us. Thank you for putting up with us streaming for this long. We might be back at the weekend, depending on how productive my day is today.
Raid has been initiated. You all have been really cool. I'm gonna do the eye catch again. Check this out. Ben Powell made this and it's really cool. It's based on the model, the 3D model.
Thanks,
How cool is
Kozak.
this?
I'll do my best. Darkfall says once the stream is done, I will have to peel potatoes. Oh, good luck. Get your peel on. Get your peel on. That Jaffa cake is like grooving.
It's jiving, isn't
Oh,
it?
heck yeah. I was worried it sounded like get your pee on, Kozak. And now I know it did.
We've been doing.
Look at that Jaffa cake. It's going for it.
Yeah. It won't settle. It won't settle for
Whoa.
nothing.
Hell yeah.
Where are you? Oh, you're behind your
How do I
name.
reset myself?
It's the select button on the controller.
Did that work?
Yeah, it did.
Here I am. Here I am. Waiting to begin.
Let Julia know that she's awesome and she continue being so, and that you're all awesome too. And we'll be back on Monday for more art adventures.
Until the next time.
May the rest
of your day
be filled
with
adventure. There's a countdown. It did it.
Oh no.
Take care, everyone. Bye bye.